This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's The Show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Well, good evening, 7 o'clock. It's Tuesday night. You are live in Studio C with us. We are The Show on Q Talk America. My name is Clayton McKee. Thank you for joining us. Marnie Ryer has just sent me a text message, and I know I should just read it all to you right now.
I'm late.
Being the last show of the year, I do not want to let anyone down, so I'll be walking in late. I know that you're shocked.
There's a girl that I work with. Yeah, there's a girl that I work with that calls us every day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, blah, 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 I'm going to be late. Just call us when you're going to be on time so we can prepare ourselves for the shock.
Just to be completely shocked. What the hell we do?
Don't waste the call on I'm going to be late. We weren't expecting you.
Well, for those of you watching our video feed, thank you for doing that. As we always do, say hi to everybody out there on all the ships at sea. We have somebody from the United Kingdom joining us right now, as well as a few listeners in the U.S. Join us in the chat room. Let us know. This is show number 150 for those of you playing the game at home. 87th show.
No, you didn't say 150 before. That math would have been easy. You told me it was some crazy number.
No, it's show 150. Last week was 149. That goes up one.
You told me like you said like 148. That's how I came up with that number.
Okay, well you still was wrong. You were still 8 numbers wrong.
I still was off.
Yeah, you were still.
I just want to know that I was not given the correct information when I got the
you
incorrect
You
number.
were still incorrect.
I was told there would be no math.
That's
I'm sorry, I'm already lost.
yeah.
Jesus, Katie's already being bitchy. I don't know what that's about.
But she's unwrapping us.
If you are watching us on video, you will see sitting around our lovely conference table is, of course, Katie June sitting right there, Al Perkins, and this gentleman in the white. Is that a pink shirt?
I think it's pink.
It's pink. There's your microphone.
Oh, I definitely think
It's a pink shirt.
I'm very envious of it, by the way.
For those of you who have been listening to us for several weeks and have found out that we have people all around the world that listen to us, this is Donnie from Okinawa, Japan.
Hello.
Your camera's right up there, Donnie. Wave to that one.
Hey, we're international.
Well, we are international. So,
Okay.
again, the Queen is listening now in the UK, which I think is lovely. She's got nothing else to do.
I talked to her.
I
said, listen, bitch.
Betty.
You're on our
Listen,
death
Betty.
watch. The least you can do is pay attention.
Be kind to us, please.
We are almost single-handedly keeping you alive.
True.
And your husband, parenthetically casual racist.
Exactly.
Casual racist.
No, when Donnie sat down, he said first thing was we have to let him in on all of our inside jokes, but I don't know. I think you'll just catch right up in
I'm
moments.
sure I will, yeah.
I think you will. If you want to tilt that up, feel free to go ahead. Make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
You're here for 3 fucking hours.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'll make the whole show this time. I don't have to go to the gym in between the show.
No.
Thank God.
Now, we'll get this out of the way to begin with, only because I want to make sure everybody understands you found us by accident, and you're in the armed services.
Yes. I'm in the United States Navy.
In the Navy, and you were stationed in
the
Okinawa,
Navy.
Japan, where
Ooh, I love that the Village People have a song about it.
you lived there in. Were you there just for 5 years total?
Yeah, total of 5 years. In
Okay,
Okinawa, yeah.
got it. So you lived there, and you found us. How did you find us?
Ooh, I think I just Googled it. You know, I was getting itchy.
Gay people on the radio.
Yeah. You know, I was
Drinking
just
games?
I don't really remember. I just know that I was getting a little itchy, and I was had nothing else to do, and I think I Googled gay talk radio show.
Yeah.
And this one came up.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, and then
I
of
hope many
course-
other people have that same itch.
No, it's funny. You know, living there for 5 years, you don't have a connection to the gay community that we have out here.
Right.
So, yeah.
So what's the gay community like there?
Very young.
Very Asian. I'm just gonna guess.
No, Gaysian. honey.
Of course it is.
And they all fit in those goddamn Club Monaco pants.
I always wondered who those were made for.
Fucking target audience.
Asians.
There was one week back in the early aughts that I fit into the Asian pants. I know. Long ago and far away, and none of that was in front of me.
So now, but did you? Okay, so you're in the Navy.
Yes.
Can you go out and be social? I know it's like the don't ask, don't tell has been lifted, but is that still a comfortable thing to be out and openly gay? Can you what's that like?
Yeah, no, definitely. I've done 12 years now, I think, in the Navy, and
Full of semen.
Yeah, full of semen. Full of semen.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's everywhere.
Coming right out.
No, I've never been in the closet, and I actually served with the Marine Corps as a corpsman, and
That sounds intense.
so it was never Never
And then
really
how's
issue.
Japanese culture with gays? I don't know many.
Like I say, the Gaysians. You know, you never
Yeah.
you never know. You never
Yeah.
know.
Because
And
they're
we
all
don't.
very small and compact and fashionable.
Yeah, it's
Right.
your
And
your gaydar is completely off
Yeah.
over there. But
Turns
no,
out they crash airplanes to stay polite. So I'm just wondering what they do about gay.
no, it's we don't have a whole lot of gay bars there.
Oh, okay.
I think there was one the entire time that I was there.
There's one
There's
on
one
about
gay
every
bar.
street corner.
Now you
here.
aren't confusing this place for one of those stupid sex trade places, wasn't it? It was a legitimate
No,
bar.
it was a legitimate bar about the size of the
Because
studio.
I see these.
Oh,
I
good,
see.
oh, good.
I see. Oh, besides of this studio.
Yeah, about the size of the studio.
Wow, look
It was,
packed.
it was very tiny.
There's a karaoke bar in an Asian karaoke bar in Waikiki
Oh.
that's just slightly bigger than this. Like maybe that wall doesn't indent, and the bathroom is also somewhere else. It does not include
Not
a
even in
bathroom.
the room. Yeah.
So
Wow.
you're literally singing with the microphone at like you, but it's packed. Like they get their crowd of 40, their fire limit of 40.
Oh, maybe
they-
maybe
maybe
one,
they like-
maybe
maybe
one
they like
night
it
if we
small.
could get our ASCAP and BMI payments in, we could actually do a karaoke night here in the studio. Wouldn't that be fun?
that'd be
great.
That'd be fun.
Definitely.
No.
To the delight of me and the horror of everyone else.
Most people. Are there drag queens?
There are. They do not look
They're
pretty.
called geishas.
Gay-
Yeah, that's actually good.
Yeah.
It's true. Geishas.
Yeah, they don't shave.
oh.
Oh.
No.
Well, Asians don't have a lot
It's
of
a
hair,
lost
as I
art.
recall.
Drag is a lost art in Japan.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. There's a few of them out there.
Homeless guys in dresses.
Yeah.
Oh, and Marnie Ryer enters Studio
Speaking of
C.
geishas,
Can I stand up and give her a hug?
You certainly
Yeah.
may. Donnie from Okinawa, Japan.
now they might
Okinawan.
know each other.
They very well. We may figure this out. It's almost like 6 degrees of separation because we're finding out that Donnie knows more people than we initially thought. Like he used to run around back in the day with Phaedra, and then he finds out that this used to be Phaedra's bedroom.
Oh, that is so
What
funny.
a scary, scary moment to realize we're broadcasting from Phaedra's basement. I say Phaedra's basement.
She was dragging me into drag at
Yeah.
that time.
Oh, she's still
It wasn't too hard,
doing
though.
it.
She was just in. No, I'm thinking the wrong brown person.
I don't know.
Unintentional.
Intentional racism.
Intentional
Davina.
racism.
Right there.
Davina was back.
Davina was in town. They did a Motown Christmas, so it was Motown with Davina
Yep.
With a flair.
with a flair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
The other person that he used,
We all just walk right past that.
Yeah.
Too easy. Too
Moving
easy.
along.
Don't take it.
the other person that he knows and is familiar with, who I spent time with today, is Barbara Seville. He knows her.
nice.
Used to run around with Barbara.
Fun.
Borrowed a few of her hair pieces. Is that appropriate to say hair pieces?
Oh, we
Yeah.
all know it's not her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Stevie Wonder knows it's not hers. Unintentional for blind people. Sorry. God damn.
You might feel a little Asian if you stick your fingers right through it.
Because it
Very often
came from an Asian.
People. This is not
Okinawans.
racist.
It's a lace front
They're
Asian.
beautiful.
It's a lace.
Beautiful manes.
That's her drag name, Lace Front Asian. Good morning. Good day to you, sir.
Or ma'am. Or ma'am.
however you
Yeah.
self-identify. That's right.
However.
We don't judge.
We don't?
Well, all right, we'll judge
might.
later.
Oh, you're a
hello.
goddamn liar.
Whiskers is in the chat
I
room.
know Whiskers
Hi,
is with
David.
us.
Hello, room.
I got a lovely Christmas card from Whiskers today.
Yeah?
Yes, and I sent one back to him.
Oh.
It probably seemed like I waited till I got mine from his to send it, but I just...
That's a way
That's
to
how
save
it's going to
postage.
seem like to everyone that receives my Christmas cards.
Okay.
But I waited until
Can't
yours.
you do it in February?
Freaky
Yeah.
postal...
You have up until New Year's. Thank goodness.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, you can substitute
Oh, good.
Martin Luther King Day for mine. I don't give a time. But I have to tell you, a freaky thing happened today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, yesterday, no mail came, and I had the one Christmas card that I had prepared for yesterday.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all I got through was one Christmas card. And I had that out, and they didn't take it, and I got no mail. So today I got like 20 more done, put them in the mailbox. And the mail, they took theirs. They gave me something in the mail. I was happy to get it. 2 hours later, another mail delivery came. And I had like a whole nother set of mail. And I'm like,
That one guy was really late.
Alzheimer's.
But is that not weird?
No, it happens to me sometimes too. But if
Okay.
you'll remember,
Really?
I am consistently in a fight with my mail woman. So I think that
Oh.
my bitch does it to me on purpose. Like,
You're a male woman.
yes, she
Yes.
is a bee.
She's trying to gaslamp
Praise
you.
Jesus.
Yes. And so she comes, and it's because she knows. And here's how it started. She was always ringing the doorbell, and we politely asked her to not like 18 times and she kept doing it until I finally wrote, "Do not ring bell."
What is
all
she ringing
caps.
the bell
In
for?
how many languages?
Because there was a trolley coming. Ring, 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 ring your bell.
So many bells. So many bells.
Listen, if she came to my door singing, we may get back on this. We may get back on track. But she lost one piece of our mail
Like
one
she
time
was Avon?
all the fucking time, and I have a baby that's asleep.
Oh, no,
So
I'm
now
asleep.
When did you get a baby?
Well,
I'll have to listen to some old
surprise.
shows, I guess,
Yeah.
and figure
There
out.
would be a death if you rang my bell to say the mail was here.
Yeah.
If you ring my
She
Copyright.
I'll fucking
Ring
kill
my
you.
bell.
we are gonna have.
But what if it was a
karaoke.
Jehovah Witness?
Oh, then
we've
there's
had
really a
them.
Oh,
death.
now we have a problem.
We have had them before. One time, a Jehovah's Witness and his little son, they were black, were standing at the door.
You can borrow the bell anytime.
Feel free, Donnie,
We're gonna share the
anytime.
bell. Also, if
I'm just-
I slap your hand at the same time, it just means we're thinking alike.
yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I like it.
I'm just painting a picture.
Yeah, well, apparently a black one.
Yeah. And it was a summer
a
and it was
dark night.
it was like,
Starry, starry
Were they the
night.
Jacksons?
well, you never know. We didn't get to know much
Famous
of
Black
them
Jehovah Witnesses.
because are they Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Did not know
Converted
that.
Prince.
Things the Jacksons would say.
They took two down. That's why Prince stopped swearing on his records. He found Jehovah.
Darling,
Okay.
it was post Darling Nikki.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
damn.
would
assuming.
guess.
Nobody
I
was
would guess.
masturbating in a
Remember
magazine.
he
No.
did the tour with no swear words, and it was just
Was that when he did it also with no name?
no. These
Same
were
time?
two different events.
Okay.
But that was also post Jehovah. The
no,
name
that's
change
pre-Jehovah.
Pre-Jehovah. Okay.
Oh.
I just love how the conversations go from one thing to the next.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out who was ringing her bell.
It's very surreal being here because I'm actually physically here now. And
It's more confusing in studio,
really-
isn't it?
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know who to look at.
It's
Don't.
like sitting
But-
in a bar,
And
right?
well,
Just sitting
no,
at a
I feel like I'm
table.
gonna get a suntan in here though.
It's the lighting.
I'm sure you have to have it.
I do because it makes the video production look better as it goes out.
I hope
but
it
I
doesn't
did
show my
add
wrinkles.
I did add a new toy to myself, but I'll show you that
Is
in a
that what
little
I'm sitting on?
No.
Delightful.
Who's
Alice,
ringing
thank
your
you.
bell?
The Jehovah's Witness is ringing
Sorry,
our bell.
sorry.
This was
Oh.
pre-baby. Kelly and I were like ready to go suntan in the backyard naked.
Naked, yeah.
And so we're walking through the house nude, and the front door is wide open
Oh,
because
you
why
told-
wouldn't
yeah,
it be?
yeah.
And
Oh,
Kelly
yes.
runs across and goes, "Oh my God!" To which I had to jump in front of the door and go, "Oh my God!" And it was the Jehovah and his like 4-year-old son,
Yeah.
and they were
Oh.
Well, we
standing
know
at our
what they
front door.
witnessed. We don't have to ask any more questions.
Testify.
Yeah, that was it. Yep, testify, brothers.
Testify.
They
I
left.
like it.
They left her. They
Praise,
left.
praise Jehovah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well,
Praise
So
So
him.
they
Son, if you ever want one of those, you better stop going door to door.
Yeah.
Can I have a lesbian daddy? No, son.
answer is no.
They're
if
sold
he sounds
separately.
like a-
Survey says.
Lesbians sold separately.
Right.
doesn't come
Oh, no,
with
I'm sorry.
batteries.
U-Haul sold separately.
right, that's
the
right.
lesbians come as a pair.
I'm
Typically.
assuming Tomo is listening. He's in New Zealand. He's on our deal. We've added 2 more people from the U.S. on the audio only feed. Again, I don't know who
Nice.
is
Tomo.
who is,
Hi.
and we've lost a listener in Japan because he's sitting here.
I know.
Yay.
But
But
we've
but
gained one
it's
in
good
studio.
to be here.
It's good. Well, it's good to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
you.
It's
Good to be had. Or,
Thank you for having me here
You're
today.
quite
I was
so
so
fun.
excited.
Very fun.
and he brought a lot of wine. He's
He
prepared.
did. It's a 3-hour
which is
tour.
really good. So
We'll just keep ringing that bell. I like it.
What's going on, Katie?
I want to tell you what's
What
happening
new
here.
diet is this?
I feel like there's an Italian wedding cookie over here.
This is the Christmas cookie diet. It's
Oh.
all
Okay.
Christmas
Oh.
cookie. Yesterday, I literally ate
fuck.
cookie dough for lunch and dinner, and that is not a lie. So the Congdons, which is my mother's maiden name, so my mom and her sister, and then me and my daughter and sister, we
And
get
everybody
together.
got along?
Everyone got along.
Good.
Yes.
so there was liquor.
Yes.
There
Oh.
actually wasn't,
Oh,
not until
wow.
later in the night.
Oh, okay,
But
there it is.
it was
it was there.
We
Wait
knew
for
it was
it.
in the cupboard waiting for us.
Wait for it.
We gathered at like noon, so it was just like a smidge too
2:30.
early. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
2:30.
Like around
right.
2:30. I get it.
So this is the second annual cookie bake that my mom's so excited about. So we all got together. We bring our recipes. So it's a lot of fun, and we just bake all day, and it's we listen to Christmas music, and we like gab about their friends from like their hometown.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the outskirts of that.
Yeah.
But so these are called actually Christmas morning cookies.
Oh.
And they have almond and vanilla flavoring and pistachios, fresh
Oh.
pistachios that we crunched up.
Is this the international sign for pistachios?
Yes, it is.
Crunching.
I'm
Got
like,
it.
it's me cutting
Yeah.
nuts in the bowl with a little cutter,
So you're ready to go work in South Africa.
I'm good. Yes.
In case there's another
You're
state
good to
funeral,
go.
you have all the symbols down.
Well, you'll be able to.
That is all the training you need. If you can just explain that cookie, you can do the whole funeral in terms of that cookie.
And then
almond.
No emotion. No emotion.
No, that's
There you
right.
go. I'm gonna need a flat face.
At one point, he actually was doing like multiple times, which I suppose that he thought was a symbol for death, and maybe. I mean, really, who
it
knows?
could be.
This is.
Out
I
in
know
the
this.
bush.
In a
is
lot of
actual
mob movies,
death.
it is.
Out in
Yeah.
the bush, I'm sure it is as well.
Yes.
Shame they're in a big city though.
It was really that was the craziest shit. That
He
he's like
just came in for that, though.
he's committed. He's been convicted of murdering people.
Yeah.
Like,
He's schizophrenic.
well, a whole lot.
may or
A
may not
little
hear
bit
voices,
different.
but they're crazy too. Because
But-
if that's
and
what
he
he was
can't-
translating, they said cake a lot.
Oh my God.
They can't he can't translate what they're saying either.
But
That's
my
the
guess
problem.
is, okay, if he has schizophrenia, one of them knows sign language. So at some point he probably got approved and it's like, oh, he knows it. But somebody else showed
no.
up.
Did you watch
one
the
of them's
interviews?
a con artist.
I
One
watched
of them's
it.
just a con artist.
Did you watch the interviews with him? Because in the interview on CNN, I was worried for the interviewer on CNN. I'm
I
like,
was too.
Oh, he's
Okay.
gonna kill you
Yeah.
now.
Oh.
When he said, "Can you sign something for
and
me?"
then he got. He
like-
went. He went ape shit. No racism.
Oh, no
But
racism.
He
Yeah.
did.
No, they're honestly not intentional nor unintentional.
But just
that fucker
ape
just
shit.
went crazy.
Wow.
He was just like,
Wait, okay. Did you
my
see the
God.
Saturday Night Live though? Keenan
Yes.
I did not get to see
Williams.
It
or whatever?
was hilarious.
It really
I
was
watched the whole
funny.
thing, yes.
He was an equally as good interpreter.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's a comedian on Saturday Night Live.
And Keenan makes it just. It doesn't matter what he does. I just start laughing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
funny.
he's funny.
He's
He
just got a
his
funny face.
He's got a funny
Yeah.
face. He does.
But he won't play women anymore.
I was just
No,
gonna
not
mention
that week.
Not that week.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so these are
We're still talking about
thumbprints.
cookies?
Yes, I have to tell you what they are. These are thumbprints with raspberry preserves and some coconut. I know they look a mess. They looked a little bit nicer yesterday.
doesn't matter.
There's 2 ginger cookies left, which are delicious. Of course, the peanut butter blossoms.
Yeah, bring that to me.
These are these so
Go
good.
to mama.
So this is actually
Looks like a hat.
like I call it trailer park toffee
I got it,
because
girl.
it's graham crackers and just like sugar and butter and
Oh,
pecans.
sounds
It's the bomb.
delightful.
That sounds like breakfast
It's
in a trailer
so
park.
good.
It's a Paula Deen cookie.
These are lemon bars, which are messy. You might need a fork, but my mom makes them. They're fucking awesome. And
taste
It
great.
my
looks like a
mom's homemade
frittata.
fudge.
Gotta like
That
It
looks like
does look a
frittata.
little yeah, it's definitely lemon bar.
And everything's gluten free, correct?
Oh yeah, yes,
Yeah.
gluten,
That's good.
Gluten-free.
I like it. I like it.
gluten
By the
free.
way, Katie, it's a new week. What's your latest craze?
No cookie diet.
cookies.
Is that, well, that's that's built-in short-lived,
Yeah.
so we're good with
Yeah.
that.
So we know
Yeah.
when we get back, we are in store for at
Oh,
least
yeah.
what 3 would be roughly the third
Well,
week.
I'm gonna
going
juice
on.
fast again. That's already happening
Yeah.
after New Year's.
Okay.
Oh,
And I
Excellent.
went back
comes
to
from a
spin
grape.
today.
Comes from a grape.
Yes,
I'm gonna juice fast with you.
juice. Ding.
Yeah.
I saw a fruit just recently.
On the bottle.
Yeah, right there.
It's on the
Formerly
bottle.
Look to the
fruits.
left and the right.
Yes. All right, so Katie's been cooking. You already sent a text to me saying
I
you
have nothing.
You have nothing to
Sorry, I was
contribute.
late.
Because
It's my consequence. Sorry.
Two to my
It's my
lip.
natural.
And Donnie, since you're next in line as we go around the
wow.
table, what have you been up to? But we know moving from
Moving.
Okinawa, Japan.
Yeah, living in a suitcase since the 24th of
That's crazy.
That's
November has, I guess that's
And you
That's a long
And I
time.
heard you have a pet that you're traveling with as well.
two.
Two.
Daisy and Ruby. Both Ruby is my little mini pin. She's my rescue.
Okay.
And Daisy's my Weimaraner. And
Beautiful. I
Weimaraner.
love that.
Yeah.
That's
Have
her
you
name.
seen Best in Show?
Isn't that her name?
When you're drunk.
Close,
Weimaraner.
Weimaraner.
He made all the same noises with her mouth that I do when I say her name.
Very good.
I did not even catch on to that
Yeah.
a little bit. I was looking down.
Because you were looking down as he's pointing
oh my
at you.
God, is
He
that
was.
funny?
Okay, so move the dog.
Yeah.
How are they handling it? How are you? Are
The-
they in San Diego now, awaiting your return?
No, they're at my sister's house.
They're here
Oh,
with you.
very good.
Yeah, they're my
Oh,
children.
I'm
They-
sorry.
they
You
go
said
everywhere.
because
Cheering.
you drove here
Yeah, I flew to San Diego.
Right.
And then...
because the
then-
swim sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
it's horrible.
Unless you're that one chick from Florida.
Yeah.
I know. I wanted to pull it out. Diana
That's
Nyland.
oh,
What's her
your
name?
lips look great.
I need to catch up. I haven't been able to listen, or I was going to say watch the show.
Yes.
No, but yeah, no, the girls are here. The girls are here with
Okay.
me, and it's interesting because all they know is Okinawa, and so it's pretty cold here.
Oh, they speak
compared-
Japanese.
Yeah. Well, no, Daisy.
All the commands are.
Yeah, actually.
But then it's delayed because then your mouth moves later.
But it's
right?
very polite.
Sometimes. No, actually, Daisy,
Racism.
she's my love child. And
I
I had her with
that night, yeah.
I had her with ex-boyfriend of mine who was Dominican, so all of her commands are in Spanish. And then of course Ruby.
I bet some of your commands were in Spanish too.
They were.
Taste the rainbow, people. I'm just saying.
C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then Ruby, she's
Wow.
a Japanese rescue, so hers are in Nihongo or Japanese. So yeah, so I
That
had
is fancy.
yeah, so I had two.
We've
very,
never had this much culture on the show.
I'm
Wow.
not sure I'd like a dog that's more traveled than I am.
And talk about your schizophrenia.
Yeah.
The dogs are like, what
What?
is happening? What? Yeah, they don't know.
So there you go. I guess that's the new craze. You asked what was everyone's new craze?
No, it's just what have you been up to?
Oh, no,
Like,
she has a
what
new
about-
diet
She has a
every
new
week.
diet
Oh,
every
the
week.
new craze.
yeah, no, sure,
Okay.
yeah, no.
This
She
week
every
it's all
week it's
sugar all the time. That's,
it's a new diet. I'm doing a new workout. I'm only doing. I'm juicing all this week. There's every fucking week with her.
Paleo.
She is so.
Oh, we
we
went
did
through
that.
that.
Oh, yeah.
We did
Paleo's fun.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
2 hours. How
Yeah.
long is less than 2 hours?
It's tough.
oh, maybe.
Remember
I'm
in
rounding up.
October? Remember when it was going to be Sober October?
that. Yeah.
That literally
Remember?
lasted for 1 day and 1 hour.
But God bless her for trying.
Praise Jesus.
25 hours.
She lost 4.5 ounces.
Sober
Yeah.
October.
That's
It's
lovely.
literally.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
it
That's
rolled
just
right.
lovely.
It rolled right into Can't Remember November.
Which was way more fun.
Proud sponsor.
Yeah,
That's my kind of month. Really.
absolutely.
It's a good month.
And Mr. Perkins,
Yeah.
I've decided to work every other day and then do dinner with friends on the off day.
I love it.
So
I
it's
heard you've been working
yeah.
a lot because, in fact, Jason Carlton said that he called you up about going to karaoke on Sunday.
And it was a rare Sunday
you
that
worked.
I was employed.
I thought that
and
was surprising.
I had a late dinner. I
You were
was
employed.
I had a late dinner invite on Thursday, and it was funny because I just wanted to like hang out with people, so I pretended I hadn't ate, and I honestly could not even look at the meal because I was like, I'm so fucking full. Like, how do I tell them I just had a full dinner like 10 minutes prior?
Right.
And then I had the Survivor Christmas party. Everybody from the car accident had a little.
Oh, yeah.
We had a little dinner engagement at a restaurant called Seersucker in Scottsdale. That's delicious.
It's good.
There's one in San Diego, and my rep who I renting for, or the agent, she's like, go to Searsucker. I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt and tennis shoes.
And perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I wore.
I walked at San Diego. Everyone's wearing really nice clothes, and I was just out of. But I
Well,
still
yeah.
ate.
No, it's delicious.
Because
The food is
Phoenix
delicious.
Phoenix fancy is literally anything from a ball gown to jeans and a t-shirt and
Yeah.
tennis shoes.
As long
We've
as your
learned,
nipples
yeah.
are covered, you're pretty much
You're
Phoenix fancy. You're
Like
in.
when I used to go to the theater, I would be so disappointed because I wanted to dress up, and there would be people in shorts and flip flops. San Diego, I imagine this year Searsucker is a whole different experience.
I was out of my
Delicious.
elements. It
But
was
the
so
food
yum.
is so good. And I
very good.
I was like, wow, this restaurant closes early. No, we were at the table for 4 hours.
Oh.
And then I felt terrible when I got home because we tipped him handsomely for how long we thought we stayed, but we should have doubled it because we seriously took up a table. But it was a lot of fun, and I can't remember what I'm talking about, but it was like every other day dinner engagements.
Got it.
And then Renee gives me 20 minutes notice that he's in town.
I hate when he does that.
Yeah, so last night I go over, and of course Renee and I never have any plans to do anything. Like, he's like, just pick me up in your car, and then he has errands to run, and we end up giggling while he goes to the post office and returns a sweater.
Okay.
So last night we cooked dinner for his parents and just laughed our asses off. And it turned out it was dinner for us too, but we were just cooking dinner.
That's fun.
And getting stories together. And his father loves it because we sit there and laugh the whole time. So, half the time we're talking so fast, no one knows. Even if you speak English, you don't know.
Know what you're saying.
And it was just a funny night. So it's been like work, go to dinner, work, go to dinner. It's
That's
been
like
fun
a
week.
good.
Yeah, that's what I said.
mix.
It's a nice thing because every night at work, I'm like, oh, I'm happy to be here. I'm only here for one, but I hate my social life. But it's
And then you're
delightful.
there for your social life, and you like that.
Yeah, and then
it
I'm like,
works.
this is
Yeah.
fun, and then I can't sleep, and whatever. But delicious dinners. And you,
Lovely. Well,
sir?
it's been a very busy week for me. I started a remodeling project in the house. I don't know if anybody. I think I told you when you walked in. I'm enlarging my shop. There was a closet that was built in 1950. I'm gonna guess 55.
I wasn't here.
No,
so
I
don't
understand.
remember.
No, I understand. But I believe so because when I took out the wall where the closet was, I found an old mouse nest that had newspaper
That's so
from 1955.
crazy.
But the mice are gone. They've moved on to other
They went
places.
to errands.
Maybe so. They moved across town. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
So I did that, and then obviously today was, and I'm going tonight. Today was the annual Charlie's Employee Christmas Dinner at Durant's.
Fucker, I never get invited to
Well,
that.
no, nobody does. No, unless you're an employee or you have been dating an employee for 6 months or more, you don't get to go.
We can lie and do like a.
People know us. People
okay.
know us.
All right.
You're white.
Yeah, they've met you before.
Yeah, they've met. Yeah,
Both
right.
of you. You guys aren't dating.
I had a wonderful.
But for Durant's, you know what I mean?
you?
I could tell a story that could get me a Durant's dinner.
So I had a wonderful, lunch today at Durant's because it was phenomenal. You know what it is? It's phenomenal. So I did that, and then tonight is the turnabout show for the employees. So everybody is there getting in drag and ready to do the show. The show starts at 9, so I'll be coming in late, but it won't matter because they're all trashed anyway. It's just a shit show. So
That'll be fun.
But Carlton will be in drag and has asked that I try to persuade you to go to the bar.
I might
All
grab
right,
it.
we'll see.
I might.
We'll see. Okay, so the other thing that was really a big and noteworthy this week is you've all heard me talk about my neighbor across the street,
B.
and obviously Mom knows B as well. B decided, and it's a long journey. B decided to cut her hair.
Oh, that's with all the locks of loves questions.
Right, that was what that. So we chose to go with per your recommendation, wigs for kids.
That's where I donated my hair.
Yes, obviously, one strand at a time.
You're just so generous, Al.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you. Every time it gets a foot
so
long, I chop
thoughtful.
it off and donate it.
So I got Ruben,
Always thinking about the kids.
I got all of the forms together for her and got everything ready and scheduled an appointment with Ruben Contreras, who does my hair, my mom's hair, blah, 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 at R Salon here it's called R, the letter R, Salon here in Phoenix. Went in and I took pictures and documented it all for her, cut it off. First time in her life she'd ever had her hair styled and done in a salon, ever. So it was a big day.
How does that fucking happen?
It was very, she
She
was,
lives across the street from a gay man.
she was of that era. And that's just the way it was.
She was a what?
She was of that era. That her,
I was like, wow, he went to the Latin.
no, her husband, no,
It's European.
her husband back when he was alive, like, he didn't want her to ever cut her hair. Like, that's what he wanted was long hair.
That's a weird. We should talk about that one day.
Well,
What is
so-
that sick
But
fetish?
so
What- yeah.
he died 2 years ago. I've been on her
He's
for
dead.
10
She cut her hair. I like the story.
Well, I've been on it for 10 years to get this
not
done.
because he's dead. I'm sorry.
No, I don't care about
So
it.
how did it turn out?
Wonderful. She's very excited. She keeps doing this, and she realizes she doesn't have to go near as far to run her fingers through her hair because it stops here. So it was really good. We went to lunch afterwards just to get her, out in public and cool. And so she styled her hair herself, went on her own outing. So
that's
it's
so
it was just very
fun.
cool. And
Oh,
just
a girl's first blow dry.
And it's
It's a Merry Christmas.
But it's so liberating to have a new do.
that was really the biggest thing for me. For her was over the years because the way that her world was, she was taking care of her husband as he was ill, blah blah blah. And it was her freedom. I wanted her to
Her taking
experience-
care of herself.
You go do what you want to do, your time, your money, blah blah blah. And that was it. It was it was like kind of like one of the last things for her was that liberation of I can do what I want.
I love
So
it.
it was wonderful.
It's a
It was
good
very
story.
cool. And today I was going to mail it yesterday, but fuck no, it was the busiest day of the universe at the post office.
Well, that's why they came to my house twice.
Yeah, screw that.
Quite a bit to do.
Because I had to be up early today, I went first thing this morning and like 7 people in front of me, boom, 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 gone. So it's all mailed in. And the cooler thing was I posted on Facebook the pictures and that we were doing it, blah, blah, blah. And I tagged, or not tagged, but I typed in Wigs for Kids. They caught it nationally and retweeted it out on their own thing. So I just thought that was very cool that they had also done it. But
In a shocking turn of events, I have questions.
what?
Okay, now this comes up at work all the time because, because I work with women predominantly.
And occasionally you are one, it
Yeah,
seems.
exactly.
Got it.
Sometimes it's
Time
a
to
vagina.
time.
Depends on how we tuck it. Not true.
He's crafty. He gets around.
It was cold that day.
It's just extra pantyhose. So if something comes up, may I send them to Ruben since he knows because the problem is who the question that comes up when we're all talking about the girls cutting their hair is who do you go to that can cut it appropriately that it can be mailed to the recipient?
You're certainly more than welcome to send them to Ruben. It's not something the stylist does for free. Anybody can actually...
No. But what
Right.
I'm asking is, so he obviously did he do his research and find out how it had to be cut or the
No,
length or anything?
I present...
I love it. No.
No, wait. I did all the
Okay.
No, I did all the research.
It was a funny answer.
So
No.
no.
No, he just started cutting.
The only requirement for Wigs for Kids is that the the hair that you're donating is a minimum of 12 inches in a ponytail. So
right.
that really is it. Now they recommend, and again, if you're going to go really short, like my hair or your hair, they recommend you do multiple pigtails because it gives you the most amount of hair in each one.
Hair.
If you pull it all back, you're losing length from the sides.
Right. Yeah.
But she still wanted to have long, hair to her shoulders, so he couldn't do all those individuals. So he pulled it all back one, did it and did a cut.
And then question number 2 is, and maybe you or Ruben or a listener can find out, there has to be someone that will take gently processed hair.
So that was what my comment was going to be, because my understanding is that I cut my hair once pretty to my chin, and it was a pretty long, and I thought, I'll donate. It probably wasn't long enough, but I have dyed my hair since I was, 15. Right. So they said, no, it absolutely has to be untouched.
Untouched. And that's the requirement.
And that's my thing is people dye wigs. You do all those things to wigs because, Eve and all her different colors, they didn't find somebody with a red Eve wig that I used to wear.
And maybe there is somebody out there that does, but the research, and I actually, once you told me to go the other route with wigs for kids, I didn't even research anything else.
I was just curious, and it was good to find someone that did it because that's what that's the second question that gets asked a lot where I work is,
and I think
who does it? Who's able to do
anybody?
It? But somebody has to do the research of how it should be cut. That's what I'm asking.
Just ponytail, just put it in the pony and.
Yeah, it really depends on how short the person who's donating their hair, wants their new hair to be.
Yeah, okay.
So it was very liberating. She didn't cry. She was very good. She cried.
Oh, I've cried every time I cut my hair. I cry.
She cried the next day, which was interesting. She called me because I had posted on her Facebook in regards to this, and all of a sudden she gets a flood of people, both that know me and that know Ruben, because I tagged all of us in the salon. So she's getting a flood of people commenting on her new do and all this stuff.
Very good, very good.
But a friend of hers, the one that got her was a friend of hers, made a comment to her saying that it was such an unselfish act to do, and that B's always trying to help people and do things, yada yada. And their line was, "You'll have no idea how good you make a little young boy or a little girl feel, because you're giving them back their own freedom as you're, getting your own." And that just got it to her.
Oh,
gets
it is.
me.
Yeah. And this was from my niece who had she had lymphoma, and she had done her research because she was looking for a wig at one point, and so she was the one that told us to go with that Wigs for Kids. Well, Locks, what's the other one called?
Locks of Love.
Locks of Love, wonderful organization, but the Wigs for Kids is a couple less hoops to jump over to get the hair, and I had suggested just buy a crazy wig and wear it, like. Just go with it. Like, don't try to match your own hair. Just go to a costume shop, buy a crazy wig, and then my niece, after like 3 weeks, it was too hot.
No, because those wigs are hot.
So she just took it off and went with the bald look, and it turns out she was beautiful. The minute she took it off, like all of us were like, so beautiful. But not everyone can.
Pull that off, right?
Not just pull that off, but get to that point of comfort with having a bald head.
Right.
And but the Wigs for Kids is a wonderful organization, and that was research done by my niece. Because people ask all the time, like, who knows something, and
yeah, very cool. It was a neat experience to be part of. What you got?
Nothing.
Oh,
I was just.
You got a text and you looked at me and I thought something happened.
Oh no, my sister's listening.
I
didn't want to interrupt.
Hi, sis.
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely interrupt.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a thing that's okay.
No, I was loving what I was hearing.
Oh, here we go now.
It's so good.
Maria, what's her name? Ernie.
Aaron.
Children with hair loss.
Maria, where did that come from?
I don't know. I was all at a loss because, like, he said something that sounded just like your name. Non-chemically treated hair is preferred, but any hair in good condition will be accepted. So that's a good thing to know. The children with hair loss.
.us.
So clearly they live near radiation. I'm not sure what's going on. And yes, Ernie, a tiara with jeans is always appropriate.
Answering questions in the chat.
I know. We're just. If you get in the chat room, we'll answer your questions.
We will.
Promise.
We don't take phone calls. However, I'm debating about getting that changed so we can actually
I'm sorry,
take
Ernie.
phone
I
calls.
forgot. I don't know where I got Maria from.
I don't know. Did you just watch West Side Story?
Clearly, yeah. I was somewhere in West Side Story near Austria with the Sound of Music.
There's that. It's 7:33. This is the show with Clayton McKee. Thank you for joining us each and every Tuesday. By the way, this is our last show for the year. We've never stopped. We've not taken a Tuesday off in the entire.
It's our fall finale.
It's our fall finale.
Autumn finale.
This is our 87th show.
Thank you.
We've been on every week since we started. So we're going to take Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve off. We'll be back on January 7th, which is the first Tuesday of 2014, and we will start again with more crap just like this. Well, I think it's time for some headlines, and Marnie and I will take care of that. Don't you think so, Marn?
I think so.
Well, then hell, let's do it, girl. Let's do it.
it up.
Oh, I gotta hit the thingy.
I love this part.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
Go for
You-
it.
you
I
love-
love it.
you love-
I'm here. I'm
Wh-
here.
which
I
part
wanna
do you
see it.
like?
All of it. It's my favorite.
Well, I've got to find it. Where's my goddamn?
Well, thoughtful vulgarities is fun too.
that one's coming. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find the news open.
What happened?
There it is. Here are some headlines that Marnie and I are going to try to get through on this Tuesday night on Q Talk America. Bob Barker, come on down.
Thou shalt not kill unless you're rich.
Cop responds to Kanye's dumbass remarks.
An homage to Katie June.
9-year-old gives his trophy to his hospitalized rival.
What do Walmart and Occupy Wall Street have in common?
Santa is just white.
A rapper, a police officer, and a soldier walk into a bar.
Film at 11. These stories and a whole bunch of other shit we're going to talk about on this headline segment on Q Talk America. Sometimes I just never know what you're going to come out of your mouth. It's like, I know what I did because I
always
typed
good.
it.
I know. Well, I always and then I cross off whatever you say that
So
I already
you don't
have.
know what the
Oh, I
other person's
see.
gonna say.
No, we don't rehearse any of that.
I didn't know that.
Donnie, none of this shit is rehearsed.
Oh, bullshit.
I
I think
just-
Al sits in front of the mirror at home.
I actually, I wrote out a
I
bunch
like
of
that you
things.
think there's a mirror in my house, and then it's dark. My house can only be described as like dim lighting.
Mine looks like a Jewish view,
ice
like after
palace.
the whole.
Yeah, Death Cave is the
Yeah,
word that comes up among friends.
No, none of this is rehearsed at all. We have a general rule of thumb we have to go by, and at one point I made what they called pie charts and made fun of me to go
liked
along
it.
with this. But yeah,
I
So-
do like pie.
yeah, I understand that. Here we are. Bob Barker, come on down. Oh, I forgot. Oh no, I got that story. Where the hell did I do with that story? Hang on. I put my stories together wrong. Put them backwards. Stand by. Well, Bob Barker surprised the audience of last Thursday's The Price is Right by appearing on the show. It was his 90th birthday, and it's only the second time that he's actually gone back to the show since his final taping back in 2007, which he then concluded a 35-year run. Boom.
Hey, as long as it's his birthday, might as well have him on the show. Everybody say hi to the birthday boy, Bob Barker.
So Bob Barker, he looks better than he did when he left, some people said. I say he looks older, but hey, who am I to judge?
Yeah.
The executive Barker brings back more than good looks with him. He always undervalued how funny the show was because he was such a great and gracious host and so well spoken that he thinks that having Drew Carey host it is even better than him doing it. They've also
He's a liar.
That's what he says.
Yeah, dirty fucking
His
liar.
return also coincides with Pet Adoption Week on the show, a cause near
course it
and dear
does.
to Barker's heart. He continues to devote enormous amounts of time and money to the Humane Society and other animal welfare groups. So anyway, that's I thought it was kind of cool just to see him walk out. He walks a little slower, little whiter hair.
But he
wow.
was so great.
Yeah.
My grandma watched that while she was chain smoking in her big chair every single day. It was one of her programs. Let's watch the program.
Yeah, on the Davenport.
Oh, on the Davenport.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Did I tell you that before? Yes.
Nope.
Yes. It was
Nope,
on the
and I love
Davenport.
that. I do
Gotcha.
love that.
And I knew him as a kid as that, and I loved seeing him then in Adam Sandler's movie.
Right.
Yeah.
When he came in, he
Happy
was like
Gilmore?
that dickhead golfer.
Yeah.
I loved
got
him
into
being
that
a
fight.
jerk.
And did
yes,
all, and did
I
all
thought
it-
it was so
and
great.
did his own stunts.
Yeah, no, he's a cool dude.
And I always tell people if my mother hadn't died naturally of natural causes, Bob Barker leaving The Price is Right would have done
Killed
her.
it.
Because she would get off the plane, look at me, be like, "Oh, when is golf on, and what station is The Price is Right on?" And we always had to fight because The Price is Right was on with The View. So before DVRs, and she was not going to DVR that shit.
Well, she's
'Cause
your
somebody
mom.
might win something.
She needs to know.
Dude, she did not.
now.
Not that she talked to anybody, but she might be an hour behind, knowing that someone won a brand new car.
Well, did she not realize it was already a pre-taped show? It
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
live.
Do not ruin her illusions.
Okay, well, Ruthie's. I can't get
That
to her
Ruthie's
now.
Ruthie's still watching Price is Right somewhere.
And
Right.
and it was with retirement. Like, she would have never watched that shit when she had a job. But when she retired, the first thing she was like, "Now when is this Price is Right bullshit on?"
Also, before we go to Marnie's story, welcome Kuwait and whoever. Somebody's listening in Japan.
Oh,
Not sure.
See,
Japan's
I
back.
told you because you told us one time there was multiple.
Maybe
Don't you know the
somebody I
numbers?
know.
Okinawan.
No, wait, no.
Crazy.
It'll show me how many different listeners in each country there are.
Right, because the one day you said 2, so we thought
Oh,
that.
So,
we thought it So is
curious,
Donnie and a friend.
What does it? Because as I logged on, I always put in the beginning was Okinawa Donnie or Donnie
No.
Okinawa. It actually shows you.
No, that's in the chat room. Nobody's in the chat room saying this. I have an app that shows us who's listening live, and it just gives me the country and their IP address.
But it's the video people that we don't know about.
Yeah, the video
They're secret.
Yeah.
So
they're
if they
multiple.
don't chat room with us, we don't fucking know.
Okay.
Miss Ryer, or as we now like to call you, Wim Reiner.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Noises my mouth makes for 500.
Wrong game show, but good.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That'll be next week when we're not here.
We're doing Jeopardy.
So thou shalt not kill, unless, of course, you're wealthy. Apparently,
Oh yes.
I should have gotten my affluenza shot in 2008.
But you didn't kill anybody.
Oh, I was so mad about this.
No, but I just wait for the whole
be
DUI
prepared,
ones, you know.
because you never know.
Man.
Michelle Bachman's gonna walk right by.
You never know. Boom.
Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that Al had this this on his Facebook, and I thought, what the fuck is that? And then I went and read it, and I was astounded, just like everybody else. And there was someone on CNN, blah, blah, blah. I have too many things open. Someone on CNN that the psychologist that was trying to describe all of this and say, well, it's because he's been given too many luxuries in his life. He doesn't understand.
Consequences.
He killed consequences.
Yeah.
He killed 4 people and injured 9 others and has probation.
And wasn't this his second time?
That part I don't know.
Drunk driving. Oh. I think
At
it was his
16?
I think. Don't quote me on that.
Wow.
Oh, I hadn't heard
I
that.
was
gonna
shocked
Google.
Can you
at
Google
16.
that?
I'm gonna Google.
I don't know. Don't quote
Can
me
you
on that.
just tell me his
No,
name
Yeah,
again?
Couch. His
last name is
Ethan.
Couch.
Ethan Couch, I
That
believe it is.
sounds something right.
Yeah. So the idea that he is going to he got probation, and he will be
It's
the price is wrong.
Price is wrong, bitch. Sorry, I'm on the delay, Ernie.
He's going to be able to hang out with horses. Do
Equine
Equine therapy.
Yes.
La-di-da.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
He's going to a goddamn
I
resort.
think that'll
Yeah,
be
you know who
very
gets equine therapy?
uncomfortable.
Like
Folks
people
with
in the
autism?
military
People in
that
Sandra
are
Bullock
wounded,
movies.
or people with autism, or like people that are undergoing like really severe
Yeah.
depression treatment for depression or anxiety, not shithead teenagers.
Yep.
Oh, and this.
That are too rich.
Yeah.
Right.
And
To
For
understand.
consequences.
But you have to think about it this way, because there will be civil suits all over the place. And the first one is that not only did he kill 4 people, but he paralyzed a friend
Yeah,
of
he
his
wounded
who's
9
severely handicapped now, because there was brain damage, there was also paralysis, and all these different things. So now, if you just got a psychologist. I don't think he's an actual psychiatrist. I think he's a psychologist
yeah.
who's a douchebag of
God.
the top order.
Yeah.
He was on. God bless him. He was brave enough to go on Anderson Cooper and be interviewed, and he was seriously like he was a telethon ready. But I'm thinking you just got up there and said
I'm
this.
gonna agree.
No, so you're gonna get up there and say that this kid is too rich to have any consequences. Well, guess what? When those lawyers come after you and start suing your asses,
He won't have any money
boy,
left.
are they all going to bring up, remember how rich you were a couple months ago and you had too much money to have any consequences? We're going to need that cash.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're going to pay this kid's medical bills.
Forever.
Oh yeah, this
Wait, is it-
friend is paralyzed, can communicate only by blinking,
Oh, yeah.
which is god awful because
No.
he's in there,
Right.
and
Yeah.
he's
Right.
like.
The level of paralysis, because this kid was such a fucktard. I'm to resist
How
the
old?
word.
16.
16.
16.
I mean, at what point is it okay
And was
to
it his second?
drive
looking-
at 16?
He had already been convicted of possession of alcohol and like a drunken disorder.
Yeah, because it says
That's
that
what it
they're
was.
trying
Yeah.
to put him behind. They're trying to
This will
for
all
a
get
second
reviewed.
time to imprison a teen. But I think the article I'm reading means that it's the second go around that they're trying to imprison him on these charges. I'm
no.
not sure.
And the judge that allowed this, and this was the whole thing, is they're saying if you're white and rich, clearly there's a different justice system, because in the previous year there was and all they know, because it's all juvenile records, so everything is sealed. All they can go on is that people were taking notes. And the affluenza thing came up in someone's note, someone that was note taking, and that's when everybody was like, "What does this note mean?" And the psychologist was stupid enough to speak up and say, "Oh, I coined that phrase," because he wants a book deal. I mean, everybody's in it for money. But this judge, there was a black kid who had punched somebody in the face, and the guy fell down, and none of these are good things, but when the guy fell down, he hit his head and died. He didn't die directly from the punch. He died
From hitting the
from
ground,
the falling.
right?
The sudden
As a
stop.
result, sure.
The sudden stop.
Sudden
is
stop
what-
on the cut.
the
Yes,
concrete.
Yeah,
yes.
the concrete killed him. But this kid was convicted of 10 years with nothing prior, and it wasn't like intentional murder, but he got 10 years
In prison.
in
With
juvenile.
the same judge.
Which same judge of and what
It
they
makes me want to just punch all of you
And
for no
he-
reason, just to like hit people.
and he
Isn't
will
the-
Sorry,
transition
Tyler.
from juvie to adult prison. That's the point. Is he could get paroled or he could just transition into. And all this one defense attorney on CNN kept saying was, this kid is going to get murdered in prison. And everybody was like, so fucking what? Like,
other
this is
people
a
got
kid that
murdered?
got, and the people in the back of the pickup truck, there was two or three
Two.
people
That's
in the front.
friends that are. Those are the friends that are
Right.
paralyzed.
But there's more, I think there was more than two in the
There
back.
were- well,
Two in
nine,
the back.
9 were injured total.
Yeah,
and
9
then
were
4
injured.
were killed.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
it
just...
said. It said 2 teens in the back suffered critical injuries.
Oh, okay. But just fucked up. Go ahead,
But
sorry.
isn't the judge
I don't know you
getting
well
ready-
enough to interrupt you yet.
No, no. Please
That'll
do.
be next hour.
I'm like, wait a minute.
15
just-
minutes.
I was
just
gonna
60
say, isn't
minutes
the
away
judge
from
getting
that.
ready to retire?
Yes.
And that was
She's
the other
gonna
part of it.
retire, so she has no.
She's gonna get
Oh, and
her
it's a
ass
she.
kicked.
Yeah.
I feel like a woman would be a little bit more sympathetic to this whole.
Wait. Why
like,
do you feel that way?
I just don't know.
I
Like,
just think women are smarter. Like I always think that.
I would agree.
I think women in politics are much smarter, unless we're talking about
That's
Michelle
the
Bachmann or Sarah Palin.
Yeah,
but I
right.
do think that women in
or
politics.
that chick in
Her
New
whole
Jersey.
storyline.
Remember the witch?
So I guess I'm kind of backtracking on myself or like contradicting myself because I think that women in politics tend to be. I shouldn't say smarter, but they're not as emotional. I feel like men in politics are more emotional and they're more like shoot
and
in the hip.
she
but I feel
went
like
straight on white woman
I
on this
feel
one.
like a woman as a judge in this kind of a case might, I don't know. So I'm contradicting myself entirely,
it
but
like it would be more emotional.
but I
that
feel like
she
a
hook
woman
up
would
and
maybe
like,
be a little bit more emotional and sympathetic to the other families who have now lost people.
'Cause
and the
I
kid
wanted
who
to
has
throw
been
shit at him, so
the,
I can only
the kid
imagine.
who's, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like maybe a woman might be more sympathetic, but
because this is like the
clearly she's just an a-hole.
the boy who got not the boy the teacher that got a suspended sentence for raping the 14-year-old girl and then she committed suicide and he walked away free and like everybody was up in arms and like, oh, we're retrying this shit, put him back in the cell, we're not done yet. So I'm waiting for someone
Well, because
to say
then the charges would go.
so
to,
I'm waiting for everything to go to appeal and be like, yeah, this is not going to stand.
Yeah,
like
no, I'm
the
sure-
nation is not going to stand for
No.
someone mowing down 4
Well,
people.
and then I heard the next day after this all came to light and everything was in the news. I believe it was the next day on the radio station that you can't stand to listen to, but I was listening to the morning show, and I'm gonna be wrong on the number he gave, but apparently he pulled whatever sources he had and found out that currently right now in the prison system, I think it's just under 4,000 people nationwide that are in for life for nonviolent crimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so wait, they didn't hurt anybody.
Oh, we talk about the Rockefeller laws in New York State. 25
Mar-
years.
isn't that about
no probation
marijuana?
About marijuana.
Marijuana, right.
Any amount of marijuana, automatic 25 years,
that's-
no probation.
But this kid just kills a bunch of
ridiculous,
people.
ruins
and they're
everybody's
like,
lives.
yeah.
yeah, and that's why
I don't think we've seen the
Yeah, but
last
that's
of
where
this.
the argument kind of came in that when it comes down to race as well, because someone walks in to, and not that the only people stealing bread or stealing food for their families are black, but for instance, someone walks into a store and they steal a loaf of bread to feed their family. They happen to be black. They go to jail. When they're like, but I didn't know.
yeah.
Right?
And
I
then a
didn't know.
white person
and it
kills
was for
4
a
people.
purpose. A white person gets hammered and is wealthy.
3
and
times
has
the legal
10
limit and traces a Valium. Ugh.
and has 10 years probation
Yeah.
and gets to ride horses.
Yeah, and the defense and I will
Horses.
I'll make a value judgment here. The defense attorney that was on it wasn't his defense attorney. It was like they brought in a defense attorney, and he's on CNN all the time. He's kind of a dick. But he was saying, well, this kid isn't out to kill somebody. I'm sorry, but the minute you get behind the wheel of a car after drinking, it's, yes.
Game on.
Who doesn't know that? You know what I mean?
You know, the thing is, and I was very open about this before, and I will not hide behind anything with it for myself, because I look at it like it happened. And I can tell you right now that was not my intent before I got a DUI.
No.
And I'm not arguing with
Oh,
you.
right.
I'm just saying that was never my intent. It
And
was
it's always
never
a
my
short
thought.
distance. It's always justifiable.
It is, and it's
Yeah.
I'm close. Or I'm not.
And again,
But-
I have one too. I have no.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at the same time, am I any different than this kid? Only because I didn't kill anybody.
Right. But if
That's
But if you
But
would have
if-
killed somebody, you would have
But
gone
I
to jail.
didn't kill anyone, and I
Yeah.
did go to jail.
Yeah.
And so,
Right. Oh,
you
yeah,
know, I
right.
mean, so
I see what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
trying. I'm certainly not trying
right.
to
So all of
make
us,
light
all
of
of us
that.
that
I
have
was
had the
in a
experience and
tent.
done our, even if it's any time that have done their time and whatever is made available, you're like, okay, I made a U-turn. This kid killed people.
Right.
Well, can I say one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two things. Two things is one. Where are the parents in this situation?
Well,
They were at the bar.
They should
Okay.
be in jail too.
Making money.
If he's not,
Right.
don't you think if he's not responsible, then they are. If it's their bad
Somebody
decisions
is.
that
If
led
a
to
child
this.
And then-
does not go to school, the parent can be in certain states can be put in jail. I
For
believe.
truancy.
truancy,
Truancy
yes.
laws.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then the last thing that I will say is before I went to Okinawa 5 years ago, I was here on leave, and I drove drunk from BS West.
Okay.
I even
I
got-
didn't work there then.
No, and I
future
even got
lawsuits.
pulled over. I was driving 45 minutes from BS West to East Mesa. The guy pulled me over, and I shouldn't incriminate myself, but he pulled me over, found out that I was in the military. I was borderline drunk. He pulled me over. He took the truck. He parked it across the street, and he took me home.
Yeah, I mean it.
So
And
you know,
those are
but
blessings.
that's
Those
a
are
blessing, and that's a blessing that I
absolutely.
learned
Yeah.
or that I took, and then I decided. And exactly that's why I'm having a couple glasses of wine tonight.
And you've
Yeah.
made alternate plans.
Yeah,
but-
definitely. So that's when you make.
Me and that bike are best friends for that reason.
That's right.
So fortunately, yeah.
Yep.
So there we go.
Let's move on to other
Sure.
things that will irritate us. Well,
You knew that one was going to.
well, not right. But
I saw the red light.
yeah.
Yeah, wow, you
kept
paid
on listening.
attention.
Well, I explained
He
it.
likes you.
The insanity on Fox News reached new heights this
Oh,
week during
come
a
on.
3-minute debate on the Kelly file over a controversial piece in Slate magazine by Aisha Harris. Aisha says Santa Claus should not be a white man anymore, and the same story also suggested that Kris Kringle become a penguin instead. Host Megyn Kelly, visibly perturbed, stared into the camera and made this startling comment.
Santa just is white.
And what, Kelly, what was that again?
Santa just is white.
One more time, because I don't think everybody got that.
Santa just is white.
Very good. See, she made her point.
Oh my God, I love you.
She actually said, for all you kids watching at home, Santa just is white. But-
And so is Jesus. That's the part.
Yeah.
of it.
better be clear on that,
No, she
mister.
goes all the way through this, and she's
I saw a
debating with
picture.
all these other people. And at one point, she's actually cupping her hands over her mouth as if she was telling a secret, and whispered, "Jesus is a white man too." I mean, he was a historical figure that was a verifiable fact, as is Santa.
This is my second favorite news story after the flying dead cat. This is it.
I missed the flight.
Oh, we'll have to go
we have
back.
pictures.
The Fur is Flying is the name of that show. So anyway, that dumbass Megyn Kelly just went on about
she's
this.
an asshat.
It was a short
Really
little
horrible.
thing, and of course we all know that all the verifiable facts that Fox News has.
About Jesus and Santa Claus, the
Yes.
historical figure.
Now-
Who's either Greek or Turkish. Either one are all that pale.
Caucasian?
No?
So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
gets contemplating the penguin
Apparently.
suggestion, and an incredulous Kelly barked out later, "Oh, that's where this story really goes off the rails." Really? It went off the rails when you said that Santa is just white.
Yeah, because the Easter Bunny represents Jesus in all his furry glory.
Yes.
Peter,
Because an
Jesus,
animal.
Cottontail.
When in the fuck has anyone ever used an animal to Oh, Easter.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? Like the argument gets shut down, but I have to say something rational because I thought of I was afraid somebody might bring this up because I didn't want to
You
do
were
it.
afraid?
No, because I didn't want to do it because this has been the highlight of my week.
Okay.
I have been reassuring children on my Facebook page all week that Jesus is white. Now we're all white, so we have to make that. We have to make that.
We
thing.
are in this room. Katie, can you sign on to that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I bet
go.
Definitely
if we
white.
got DNA tests, some of us would be a little black.
I wanted
You
to
seen
have a
my
half
ass?
black baby, but Kelly shut
Yeah.
it down. But I want to have a little black in me.
Oh.
Oh,
totally.
A lot of
I would mind a
Like
little.
on Parenthood, Jabbar. I went little Jabbar.
And based
I
on
watch Parenthood.
based on
I
dating
love
pool,
him.
he could be borderline.
Everyone wants
Yeah,
a
but
little
the-
Coca Mocha latte.
Yeah, but the kid would
Yeah.
only have one arm.
I'll take a little black
One
in
flip.
me.
Ta- make your point.
Okay,
One
so
flipper.
now what they were saying, because like I had to watch The View today because they have two black hosts, and I need to see Barbara Walters in her 82-year-old stroked out glory, see how she was going to attack this.
About the two black hoes?
Oh yes. So
Hosts.
Oh!
It only gets better.
Sherry and Whoopi Goldberg were explaining that their children asked the same question about why is he white?
Which
And
one?
but-
Now, which ones are the black hosts?
Sherry and fuck you.
Whoopi.
So, anyways, so
Thank you.
Barbara is all like, "Why does it have to be about race?"
Sorry.
I don't get it, but I think what they're missing, and this is what I came to today after my second cup of coffee,
With
after
Bailey's.
turning off the View immediately because it's the dumbest show on TV now. If you find out, and Santa Claus is real, in case there's children listening, in case someone's making that bad parenting choice.
That's a really
Yeah.
bad choice.
If you find
Yes.
out immediately around 10 or 11 years old that Santa is really your parents and that everything Santa ever brought to you was by your parents, then Santa automatically becomes your nationality. And if your father, the only way that I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus, the only way mommy's not a whore is if he looks like you. So it has to be racially appropriate,
Well,
even
unless
if you're
there's a
mixed.
stepdad involved or
Right,
something.
right. Unless you're mixed or something like that. But
Right, but
I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Right,
Unless you
right.
did like I did until I was 30, thought that song was about a whore because my father never
too, I
dressed
didn't
up
get
like
it.
Santa.
Yeah.
But of course,
I
did
never
not-
took
My
that out
Santa
of there.
Claus was in a wheelchair.
right. So
And
I
I had no idea.
And he was singing "Rolling Around the
the-
Christmas Tree."
I was gonna say
rolling, rolling.
we all went somewhere
down
else
the
with rolling. I was
Christmas.
like rolling in the deep. Anyways,
Thank you,
but you know
Adele.
what I mean? Like
Right.
immediately you think Santa is your parent, so it has to look culturally appropriate. So unless you're white, every other race makes them their parents,
No.
and Santa is that race.
Right, no, and I understand that, but what I'm going to
No,
guess
but I
is
don't
that-
think anybody I don't think anybody that's not white.
Oh no, they're not
has
thinking
made
that.
jump.
No, probably not. But the second that Kmart comes up with a commercial and all of a sudden Santa's black, the whole fucking world's going to be lit on
For
fire.
about a week.
Oh, they're gonna shit.
No.
they're gonna ship their pants.
Right.
That's what they're gonna do.
They're gonna ship their trousers.
They're gonna, yeah. It's so convenient.
It's so convenient.
They're gonna, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do targeted gay guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was a big reaction, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's gay guys at Christmas.
Oh, there was the
Then they're gonna
Cheerios
do-
commercial.
Yeah, I was
they're
going to
do
ask
the-
that question. That's the,
The
commercial that had
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
In a
And there's
racial
gonna be the Cheerios
appearance.
commercials
Yeah.
where everyone
The
says something
cutest little
racist,
girl.
and
adorable.
Cheerios sticks to their guns,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, oh, she's a cute girl. Who gives a shit? But that's what's gonna be. Someone's gonna come out with a Hispanic Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
Fox News is gonna go nuts, and the rest of the country's gonna be like, okay, sometimes he's Hispanic.
And then
they
Santa
should.
will be walking
Navidad.
around
Yeah.
and he'll be going, the hat I got for Christmas
He's
is too big.
big.
The sombrero I got for Christmas is too big.
Copyright.
That's good. I like that.
Good at
If
that.
that's just not coming
do
to
it again,
tamale,
do it
I don't
again.
know what you're doing.
Yes, you
Tamale.
are definitely.
Now-
Where are the tamales?
I love
To add a little more to this story, lending some scientific backup was fellow Fox commentator Monica Crowley, who said
Because they believe in science
who
on Fox
said,
News.
first of all, the penguin would never work, Biggin, because the penguin just can't simply lug all those gifts around the world.
But the Easter Bunny's good.
Can hide eggs everywhere.
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 It just shits them out.
I love that Santa can, but the penguin's just a little too small.
Well, and
Santa
you-
can get him all over
Yeah,
the world
one man,
in
8
one night.
flying reindeer, and we're gonna find the fiction somewhere
With
in the,
the
racial
penguin.
part.
I think
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
about the red nose that was the kind of the dead
Oh,
giveaway.
and-
How does he get into
But, you know,
apartments without a fireplace?
Saturday Night Live.
You should ask.
He's got a
You
key.
should ask
got
Megan
a,
Kelly.
Got a key card.
Saturday Night Live
He's got
did
the
a
fob.
He's got a fob.
He's got a fob.
no time.
I don't know what that is.
Saturday Night Live, they had
What's that?
they had Black Santa on
like a
the
key
weekend
fob.
update. Key fob. That's what
That
you
you-
open your car
Okay.
with.
Oh,
Key
thanks.
fob.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got it.
thank you. I just wasn't on.
So Saturday Night Live did a brilliant. They had Keenan as Black Santa, and he's like, "Come on, you're gonna see a white guy in a red fur suit."
I'm a
Which
bitch.
is the funniest
And not
fucking
call him a
joke
pimp?
ever.
Are you
And
kidding?
he goes, they can't even get used to the gay reindeer. And Cecily Strong is like, which one? Guess. Prancer. Of course he's gay. And then Jessica Williams and Jon Stewart went at it, and they were brilliant. And then, of course, Stephen Colbert, who just can't help himself, hits it out of the park.
Yeah, he's funny.
Because he took in, like, gun violence and, like, a black guy coming down your chimney, you're going to shoot him. Stand your ground.
Yeah, absolutely. There was some.
I think we better talk to some people in Florida about this
Yeah,
one.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, that's just a sinkhole way
Yes.
to have it.
Yeah.
You know, the to add to that was one of the stories that I had, piggybacks, if you will, and it
Good.
was solely based on Black Santa in New Mexico.
Yes.
A child with autism.
Oh, that's right. I heard about this. The dress up
child with
there.
autism.
He had autism?
There's autism.
Oh, fuck.
And they said,
them.
totally, they said, you can come dressed up as an elf. You
was
can come
dress up
dressed
day.
It was dress up day, but it was apparently specific dress up
I
day.
heard about this,
You can come
yes.
dressed as Santa, an elf, or a fucking reindeer or something. And he wanted to be Santa. So he had the beard and he had the hat. And the teacher was like, and he's a black kid.
Oh, no, and the
And
teacher,
the teacher
yelled at
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. And looked at him and said,
He's autistic. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bigger piece of shit than even I.
the
accused
teacher looks
of.
at him and says, Santa's not black.
Oh God.
You
to
can't
an
be Santa.
autistic
And now the kid-
on dress-up
And now,
day at
and
Christmas.
now he doesn't want to help his family decorate. The
Right, he
Christmas
doesn't want
tree.
anything to do with any Christmas gifts
That's
or
right.
any decorations or anything. I heard that.
So-
Yeah.
So if he can share a jail cell with the euphemism kid, what's it called? I'm too rich to go to jail.
Yeah.
Affluenza.
affluenza.
That's affluenza, affluenza, and autism, and black autism.
Because I had that on my Facebook page too. Because I'm like, here's Megyn Kelly. Here's her shining her bright white light.
Right.
Like Silver Bells.
God,
Is it
I
white?
hate them. I
They're
hate Fox and I
silver.
hate that fucking
I have to
T-shirt.
tell you,
Yeah, big time.
I was always giving Megyn Kelly the benefit of the doubt, but she's a cunt with a capital C-U-N-T.
Oh,
praise
sure
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Sure is.
And let's just get to Jesus white. Forget the Santa Claus part.
Was Jesus white
is
or
from the Middle fucking East.
There's a Middle
Just as
Eastern
a
with hair like lamb's
Megyn Kelly
wool.
is a.
Yes. As we
Hair
wrap
like
up the
lamb's
end of
wool.
hour one, Megan, what was that
And
again?
you all do
Santa
Cunt
just
Kelly.
is white.
Cunt Kelly.
Is white.
Now you're gonna make my
Santa
word. Cunt
just is
Kelly.
white.
There she is.
I'm sorry, Santa White.
Santa's white, apparently, according to Fox News.
Now, what about Jesus?
It's the end of hour one. Hour two's coming. The drinking game starts. There's more to
you
do
guys
with
are
us
crazy.
right now. I don't even know what fucking time it is on their thing. Stand by. It's the show on Q Talk America. We'll be back. Moments. Stick around.
Oh. So, of course you can. Do you know where it
You've
is?
been listening to the show on Q Talk America. This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's the show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Well, good evening once again. It's 8 o'clock straight up at Studio C right here in central Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you for being with us. I am Clayton McKee on the show. Katie June, Marnie Ryer, Al Perkins round out our cast, and we have a special guest with us all the way from Okinawa, Japan. His name is Donnie, and there he is, right there.
Yes.
Yes, that way because it's so soundproof in this fucking room.
And there really is a noticeable echo if you leave it open.
Yeah, if you leave it open.
Or is it this?
These
I,
breaks
don't know.
are
I
so
can't
quick.
keep track of the studios. Is it this studio or was it the other studio? That
Nobody's
was
really
noticeable
sure.
echo?
Oh no, the other
other one
studio.
for
No,
sure.
it definitely the other studio did. Yeah. So anyway, it's the beginning of hour two. We are still in the middle of headlines. We have so much coming up. Al's got stuff in entertainment, and then Katie has sports and other stuff.
And stuff.
And
a
stuff.
she brought a frittata.
I love that sports.
Yeah, and stuff.
And other stuff.
So butch.
And then we've got Christmas cookies that Katie made because that's her current diet, Christmas cookie diet.
And Buddy Ralph, what's your favorite color?
So, I love that too. But what's your favorite color? That is a
I
fun
You
don't
sit
one.
on a throne of lies. That's
I haven't watched that in long enough.
So
I haven't
goddamn
watched
funny,
in a
it
long
hurts.
time.
I need to watch Alpha Get It. That it really is a great movie. Funny stuff. Well, as we do at the beginning of every hour two, it is time to get ourselves into the spirit of the drinking game by doing our drinking game disclaimer.
And now, a drink along. We dare you to stay awake during this royalty-free music and to play a drinking game with us. If you are currently or soon to be driving a car, you cannot play. If you are presently the primary caregiver for children and or the elderly, you may desperately want to play, but no. If you are listening from a rehab facility, you are disqualified because you already hit bottom. And that means you already won this game at least once. If playing this game is in any way illegal for you, put the bottle down and make better life choices. There is no good in your goodbye, and there is no lifeguard on duty, so you will be swimming at your own risk. Tell your lawyer to take the fucking day off. You can't sue us. We warned you. Good luck.
Every week I do that. I don't know why I do that every week.
Now, what was that? Juice Newton?
No, never
Sure
mind.
sounded like it.
Please give us our drinking word, Al.
Well, our drinking word for today is ta-da!
I was thinking
That's in
arigato,
my
but
everyday
I love it.
vocabulary.
I like to dodge.
I like it.
I've been sitting on that fucker for 3 weeks. It has
Wow.
been written on my list.
Ta-da is our drinking word.
But Zamboni came up, and I couldn't pass
What,
that
you-
one up.
that's such a
God, that
fun
was
word.
So funny.
Naturally.
Oh,
Totes bony.
that's that was the show last
I
week.
know. I loved it.
Based on you,
Yeah.
Katie. That was so
Oh, that was
so funny.
just funny.
Totes bony.
Totes bony.
sent a
Alrighty,
text.
Ms. Ryer.
Just sent you a text.
God damn it.
I'm just saying.
Oh, real quickly, also hello to Cosette Pfeiffer,
Hi, Coach.
Oh,
who
hey,
is
Cozy.
listening.
Oh, Cozy's out there. Okay.
Yeah.
I have both of what you have requested.
Okay. Did you see the top part of that text?
How about you include all of us in your little
No.
conversation?
We don't want to
It's
right now.
segregated. It's segregated
Intentional
texting.
segregation.
So the second one in a second.
Okay.
The end. All right. So an homage to Katie June.
Oh, I love whatever this is about to be.
Oh, I know.
I know, right? So
I love
it really there was no way to pass up the cray-crayness of this. And I thought totes
Bony.
Adorbs.
bony, totes adorbs is really
Totes
where I
adorbs,
was
yeah.
going, and then she went with that. Anyway, so their Sprint is offering new commercials that are fucking brilliant. And this one, I will go into it momentarily, but this is what we will be talking about as
Ryan is a
homage.
total hottie McHotterson.
Harvey, his amazeballs. He's like the hottest hottie that ever hottied.
He's like a hottie times infinity plus another infinity, and his smile is totes adorbs.
Totes my goats. It's cray adorbs.
Totes my goats.
I have not seen this yet.
It is so cute. It is James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy? Forget.
Oh,
It's a
Clockwork Orange, Roddy McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah.
That's who I had done, Roddy McDowell. and that
The
was
funny
mine.
thing is about I didn't put it all together. I'm like, why does she want this? And all of a sudden, when he said totes adorbs, I'm like, oh my god, it's Katie.
Well, when they do the one commercial, it was like, Sally has sent you a friend request.
You are now Sally's friend.
No,
Yeah,
and then they
but
don't.
then the last
when
one.
they don't.
Yeah.
And they just look around all important. It just cracks me the fuck up.
These commercials are.
So if you've not seen the
very-
commercial for Sprint, what it is those two actually are currently, I believe, on Broadway in a play, and they've done several plays together. And so their chemistry is really well. So what they're doing is they're actually pulling text messages from Sprint customers and having them read them as the text message was. So just because I want to make sure everybody gets this, again, I'm going to play this one more time.
Ryan is a total hottie McHotterson.
Harvey, his amazeballs. He's like the hottest hottie that ever hottied.
He's like a hottie times infinity plus another infinity, and his smile is totes adorbs.
Totes my goats. It's cray adorbs.
Totes my goats.
What does totes my goats mean?
Oh, it's from a movie. Actually, it's from the Paul Rudd movie. Oh,
She knows this.
yeah. Oh my God, it was Totes My
Like the
Goats.
Stupid Brother or whatever
It
it's called.
was no God. I have to Google
Wait.
it. So it was this Paul Rudd movie, and anyway, Paul Rudd is really trying to be friends with a guy that's really cool. So at one point he goes, "It's the fucking funniest movie," because at one point he's very uncomfortable, and he's like, "Yeah, totally, totes, man, totes my goats," and it's really uncomfortable. The guy's like, "What the fuck are you saying?" And he's like, "I don't know, man. I'm just like totes, yeah."
Just spitballing with the totes.
Funny.
But then it became, after that movie, then it became a thing that people like
Just funny.
made fun of, but then became into a part of like people like myself's normal everyday vocabulary.
Yeah.
Because she abbreviates everything.
My little niece, she uses the word
Soup.
jelly.
So
But how old is she?
She's 14.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jelly.
How is she using the word jelly?
You're jealous.
You're jealous.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Or,
Got it.
Duh.
or FOMA. Have you
Oh, I don't know FOMA.
Fear of missing out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
FOMA's
Uncle Tony,
serious.
you have FOMA.
It's serious.
She would have a hand upside her head before I was done.
praise
She
you.
starts doing that.
I know. right?
Because I just figured out, like, and I got to do it.
Sorry.
OLTL, One Life to Live.
Oh, yeah.
you only
YOLO.
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 You
I
only
hate it.
You only live once.
Oh, you only live
FML.
once. All right, I made it a soap
YOLO.
opera.
The fact that
Clearly,
I know. I was like, yeah, One Life to
That's
Live.
like
Sure, I know.
grandmother.
Yeah, that's on the
on the
Davenport.
Davenport. What's in your program?
Tomorrow on OLTO.
There's a friend I
Lawrence
have
Welk is
though.
right after us.
I have a friend that because they think YOLO is funny, but and FML, and I
I
have
hate FML.
I have
I
a
hate
friend who is just she's very dry, and she's very, very smart. She's hysterically funny, and so we were together, and she's like, "You should take this shot." I'm like, "I don't think so." She's like, "I mean, YOLO, FML, YOLO." I mean, but she just is so fucking funny. But I guess that's just my circle of friends.
Now, I have to say that I actually used the full-on expression the other day while I was watching The Following on 13 hours of television or 15 hours of television. And I got socks from my bedroom to throw at the TV so it wouldn't hurt my TV, but I could still throw things. And all of a sudden, I threw a sock at the TV, and I was like, fuck my life. And I'm like, oh, my God, I don't mean that at all. Like, I am this involved in a show about a cult.
And all of a sudden, it was like, ta-da!
I just yelled out, fuck my life over a TV show. Like this is, like, it's not my life.
Yeah, but
I'm
as
not in a
much
cult.
as much as TV is a part of your life, I mean, it's almost like they're intertwined.
But I'm not in a cult.
The movie was I Love You, Man. Paul Rudd and Jason Segel.
Oh, and I actually love that movie.
It's funny as shit.
And
funny movie.
it took me for
Goats.
Totes. It took me forever
Totes
to figure out
fun.
what HMU was.
I have no
What's-
idea.
I don't know.
Hit me up.
Oh, I know.
I
That's
didn't
all
know
over
that
those
one.
websites.
It's on people like on Facebook. I'm gonna
I
be out
don't
going
know
somewhere.
HMU.
HMU.
I do
The-
know.
Now I know why I'm not getting laid. I don't speak
The-
my
the
language.
whole- the
like
whole
Hispanic
LOL
something
thing
or other.
kills me.
Unintentional racism.
Hispanic
Go
underwear.
ahead.
No, that's HM
I love
Dub.
it.
Hey, I did it.
HM Dub.
I did it.
Yeah,
I was unintentionally racist.
the whole LOL thing just about fucking kills me. But
Hashtag LOL.
Oh, hashtag spelled out kills me.
Hashtag spelled out. That was my favorite.
That's
We had a
my
good time with
favorite.
that.
Jones
So
is 82
2012.
and McDowell is 70. And they each signed on knowing McDowell has never done any kind of ads before.
God, they are
And
funny.
so the two of them just stand there
It's
as
hilarious.
more Broadway
And then-
actors.
And the psychotic serial killer from A Clockwork Orange is now making it funny.
Exactly.
How the world
I thought
has
the same
turned.
thing. Have
Wait,
you guys
he
ever
was the
seen that?
he was the
Yeah,
killer in
yeah.
Clockwork
Yeah,
Orange.
he's the
With the
reason that
eye.
everybody wears one
Yeah, that's him.
eyelash is him.
That movie's so funny.
There's one where it's about the girl being in love with the guy and the guy's not so in love with the girl and James Earl Jones is the girl
And he is
and
priceless.
it's hysterical and Malcolm McDowell's like
So, because you guys are just leading
anyway.
into all my stories, so we'll just go with the Apple TV. Chris, is it Apple TV or Apple Products TV ad? Anyways, it's Apple and they do a whole minute. And the first one is like the song, and they're playing gently, like Silver Bells or the Carol of the Bells, and they do the everybody looking at their phone at Christmas time while they're spending time with their family, but they're texting, and it's all very cute. And then they go to the family where the guy uses the iDevice to make a video of the family, and they're all sitting around watching while the Christmas Carol plays, and they're all crying because it's like how close they are. Somebody's like videotaped all the stuff they've done together, and they're watching it as a video at Christmas time, and they're all crying. Oh, bawling mess on the couch.
Oh.
I need to Google
And
it
then
immediately.
it's all over Facebook today about because they must have just started, and I must have just caught it.
Oh, I haven't seen it
I
yet.
think it was on Saturday
I
Night Live,
have no idea.
but the ad just started, and everybody has posted it on their Facebook page about like, why am I tearing up? Well, it's a full minute. The first 30 seconds are bad enough, and you're just about to be like, oh, that almost got me. Wow. And then you're like, wait, now who are these 19 people, and why do they have 16 children? And then they just send it home with the family crying over the video that the kid made. It's like, ta-da! Fucked up your Christmas.
Well, I watched a video today, and you won't give a shit because it's about a dog. But there was. Have you seen the video about the dog they rescued from the trash pile?
No.
There was a dog that had been abandoned.
Ernie, turn off the radio.
And no,
She just
Ernie.
said she was turning out.
No, Ernie, this is a wonderful story. And you really need to watch the video. They rescued it. Somehow somebody found out that this dog, oddly named Miley. I don't know how they named it Miley.
Wrecking
Your
ball.
No,
I'm sorry.
They found the dog had been abandoned, living in like literally a trash dump, a landfill or whatever for some huge amount of time. Had all kinds of issues. Had mange, was malnutrition, all these things. The
Mother
dog was
issues.
very
Yeah,
very
abandonment.
unhealthy dog.
Personality.
They went, got the dog, earned its trust, took it in, and it took weeks to get this dog back to health. They got him all fixed and doctored, and many weeks of healing and all this. Well, then they got another rescue dog, which was a little tiny puppy, and they put them together, and the dog just came to life. And they had friends, and the other dog was found. They rescued him from a pipe, and the dog was afraid of everything. So it took a while, but the dogs warmed up to each other, and it just, I was almost crying just because it was so sweet to see this dog who was literally days from death. And then the dog comes back, and the dog just springs back to life. It was really cool.
And always get a second
Good
dog. If
idea.
you're one of
Yeah.
those selfish gays that, leaves your dog locked up all the time so you have someone that likes you when you come home, get a second dog so that fucking dog has company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then if you buy a dog from a breeder, just let me slap you in the face.
Let
Go
me
rescue
kill
a
you.
goddamn
Go-
dog.
There's so many out there. Well, I don't know if you heard about this.
I agree.
Ordinarily, a 9-year-old by the name of Josh Zukowski likes to beat his swimming rival Reese Brasnell. They are top-ranked swimmers in Florida now. But after the Santa Claus Swim Invitational on December 7th,
Santa
that's what they
Claus
called it.
Swim Invitational.
Josh took home the first place prize.
Was a white person.
On his Jupiter,
Not Santa.
his Jupiter Dragon swim team, and he decided that something was more important than his victory. In early November, 10-year-old Reese was hospitalized for a bone infection, and TV station WPBF reported this. So when Reese was unable to compete last weekend against Josh sent him the winning trophy along with a note, and this is what a 9-year-old wrote.
Are we just gonna cry the whole goddamn holiday season?
I just thought this was such a. I heard this.
Brilliant.
This is great. This is written on December 7th. Dear Reese, I'm so sorry that you have been not feeling well. Get well soon, so we can go back to battling in the pool. I have looked up to you since I was 7. You were an inspiration to me for wanting and making me want to swim fast. I would rather get second to you at the meet than win with you absent.
Fuck you. It's a sad story. You're a dirty, rotten liar.
I won this trophy for you today. I hope to see you back in the pool soon. Your friend Josh. That's the goddamn handwritten letter.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
And I thought that was
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Sick kids and dogs. This is a Christmas story.
Your friend Josh.
Good, yes,
Dragon.
yes,
That's
and
Jupiter Dragon
and in
swim
the
team.
part of Scrooge.
I
Yeah.
hope they're lovers later.
His penmanship is fabulous.
for a 9-year-old.
Okay, and I'm loving that.
For
That's
me.
what you see.
I love
that. That's good.
30 something.
Hey, thanks.
By the way, it is.
Merry
And
Christmas
does
to
he
you, too.
spell it?
Ta-da!
Ta-da, you're 36.
Spelling it,
He corrected
does
it.
well.
Look, see, he corrected it. Yeah.
And
His
Who
teacher,
gives a shit about his spelling? The heart of that child.
Oh, yeah.
That's
oh
fantastic.
no, I'm totally with you. I already
And
got
I
that
love-
part, but I have to help Aaron grade, so I'm looking.
I love the fact that that
Practice.
line. I would rather come in second
Yes.
than
Yeah.
win
Oh, good.
with you.
Repeat it, because I
is-
almost teared up the first time.
But what a
Say it again.
But really, truly, like what
You're
a
so.
that's a very big kind of a thing to grasp. It's a very adult
Very
kind of
magnanimous,
a, yes.
which is rare. Ta-da, big
Kind of a
word.
feel-
He doesn't know what magnanimous means. So I don't think that's
Apparently, neither do I.
I spent
But
$20
it is
on that
very
word.
magnanimous.
like to buy a vowel.
Magna, huh?
Exactly.
I saw that you were
I'm with you.
Magnum.
Got it.
So
That's what I meant to
Happy
say.
to meet
Magnum.
you.
But I love that he's only 9 and he's looked up to her since he was 7.
What a long, long time that is.
Well,
no, it's like 1,000 days.
well, wait. When you're
I was trying to be sincere. Your old bitches made me seem mean.
when you're 7,
Scrooge.
when you're 7, 2 years
The
is
paper,
forever.
like,
I did
It
that
is
math
forever.
all by myself. It's a third of his life.
You
almost.
got that math right.
By the way, way to roll your eyes when you say that. You're like, almost.
We're still in the middle of the 87th show.
because my math was wrong for a second time tonight.
No one said the
They
math would
won't
be
let me
involved.
use my fingers.
That is really the sweetest
That's what
thing.
she said.
Ta-da! My flippers.
Oh,
It's my flipper dance.
Marnie's a finger up at this point. Go ahead.
Well, congratulations, Ernie. She's got a finger up.
She's spitting her margarita.
Yeah. Careful,
Why
careful.
wait
Came through my nose. Didn't
Why
go
wait
out
for the
them.
rabbit when your girlfriend's got 10 fingers?
There's only one carrot. We've all got to share it. Come on.
A rapper, a police officer, and a soldier walk into a bar.
Oh.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Racial humor.
The guy in the
No,
back didn't see the bar.
Maybe considered racial humor. Who thinks that Kanye West is a douchebag?
Oh.
Anybody hear about this one?
Yeah.
What do you do now?
Well, he compared himself to a police officer.
Yes, he.
And Jesus and everybody else.
Well, no, that he went through this whole interview on how he is in danger every day as a rapper.
I don't know the story.
He puts his life in danger. And I am now looking for the story. Sorry. So,
And what rap star is this?
Kanye West.
Sure.
Of course it is.
Of course you are.
Yeah. So a police officer decided to respond to him.
Are you gonna
And-
read? Are you gonna read the letter? Because I have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, go please.
No.
I like your voice better.
Okay.
All right, no.
I think both of you have very sexy voices.
Well, you're
but
very
go on.
sweet. But
So it's an Ohio police chief who's well versed in social media has written an open letter to Kanye West addressing comments the star made likening himself to police officers and military personnel. This police officer named David Oliver, 45-year-old man, is known very well for using the Brimfield Police Department's Facebook page to scold criminals and more. And their page has more than 98,000 followers, and so they're all listening and keeping up on his updates. So he writes this letter just horribly dripping with sarcasm that he's not worthy of addressing such a major star such as Kanye West. And here is how the letter goes. Dear Kanye West, I am honored to be writing such an important star. I am a mere internet sensation, and I'm not sure I'm worthy to address you, although the Huffington Post did say I was, quote, humorous and insanely popular. I don't pay much attention to those things. Anyway, please excuse my interference in your life for a quick second. I read your interview and also watched it on video. You said, quote, I'm just giving of my body on the stage and putting my life at risk, literally. And I think about it. I think about my family, and I'm like, wow, this is like being a police officer or something in a war or something. I want to thank you for putting your life on the line for all of us every day. I know that being a rapper is tough work. I've tried to rap. It's very difficult to keep up with the pulse of a rhyme flow. Although, when Ice Ice Baby comes on the radio, I can usually keep up with Old Vanilla.
Old Vanilla.
Old Vanilla.
Anywho, your job is just some very dangerous work. Most people don't even consider it. If you rap really fast without a chance to inhale, you could pass out and hit your head.
May I just? The last paragraph was covered in sarcasm. Could you tell? I'm letting you know, just so you do not think I agree with your very ignorant assessment of your career, your career, or any other performer, as it relates to a person in the military or police officer's service. You, sir, are as misguided as they come. I do have a suggestion for you. Since you are accustomed to danger from your life as an international rapper, I am strongly encouraging you immediately abandon your career as a superstar and join the military. After joining, I would like you to volunteer to be deployed in Afghanistan or one of the numerous other forward locations where our men and women are currently serving. When the Taliban starts shooting at you, perhaps you could stand up and let the words flow. It could be something like, I'm Kanye West, wearing a flak vest. I'm sure they would
That rhymes. Well played.
right?
He can rap.
I'm sure they would just drop weapons and surrender. You could quite possibly end all wars just from the enemy being starstruck. Your line of thinking is part of the problem in the world today, which include entertainers thinking they're something more than just entertainers.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tom Cruise's quote about the dangers, how hard it is to play a Navy SEAL, that it was just like being in training, and Mark Wahlberg being like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm
Kiss
an
my ass.
actor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know it is supply and demand, and the demand for your services is high. I get economics. What I do not get is you ever comparing what you do for a living to our heroic military members who are always in harm's way, and my brother and sister police officers who have to go to work carrying weapons and wearing a bulletproof vest to protect themselves. And I love
This last line.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
With us.
Chief Oliver.
Yeah.
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 And I would just like yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yes.
I would just like to point out that you can
Thank
pull
you for
him
sharing
over
that.
anytime you want to for whatever you want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's not driving while black. That's driving while an asshole. Just
yeah.
pull him over and check him.
That's an ass hat in training.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
Yeah.
you see him on the road, pull him over. Give him a taste.
Did you have that story?
I actually did. That was one of my headlines I read. Cop responds to Kanye's dumbass remarks.
If only Marsha listened to you.
It's all right. No big deal. We got through
I'm
it.
so
world be
sorry.
different?
No, there's no. Why? Be sorry for what?
I think I was crossing out the other one that you had, the Santa one.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
quite
No,
a-
the
dear.
best part was you've taken away almost everything I was going to talk about
Oh,
tonight. So that's
but you're not
fantastic.
going to shut up. We know
No.
that.
Have you met me?
Yes.
Yeah.
87,
I talk.
87 shows, and you're still going. Cheese and rice.
Isn't it his show?
What?
Yes.
No, allegedly.
I see.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Clayton.
No, what? No, there's absolutely no reason to be sorry. So
Anyway.
I'm out of headlines. Are you done? Are you good?
The only thing I thought Al might enjoy tremendously.
See, and then she sucks up to me.
no,
Well, I thought Al might like this.
no, not really sucking up. True story.
Okay.
What do Walmart and Occupy Wall Street have in common?
Ooh, I don't know. But that fucktard radio station that I listened to was trying to explain to me why corporate welfare should be loved by liberals because starving children were better than millionaires getting tax breaks. I was like, oh no, you got to go.
Oh no.
Go ahead, but please tell me.
Son. Well,
Son.
Unintentional racism.
I'm just saying, girl.
Oh, that reminds me of a
Sexism.
horrible thing I said in Vegas once years ago.
Did it stay in
Oh,
Vegas?
you
or are
repeat
gonna
it. Well,
tell us?
I get wine for the rest of us because ta-da, Katie didn't look.
What?
Merry Christmas, Al.
Yep.
That's me just being thoughtful of others around the holidays.
I'm kind
What did you
of
say in Vegas?
lost.
What did you say
See,
in Vegas?
y'all don't know this because when you're a listener, you're just hanging on to the dang story.
Yeah.
And then Al goes to the kitchen for a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And they'll talk amongst themselves.
And
for like
hopefully,
an
oh, he
hour.
brought me some. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because I was always wishing for that.
Oh, that's Aaron's favorite, Ernie,
Oh,
as it were.
This is fabulous.
Turns
So
out
yeah,
she
so
has a
I'm
real
just
name.
saying, go on
That's
with
a
the
good
rest.
point.
I just want to let
Again,
y'all know because I'm just biting my nails
From
waiting
a
for the rest of the
listener's
story.
perspective.
Now,
Well,
before I continue on with my seriously unintentional racism story that I did in Vegas years ago,
Yeah.
I felt horrible about it. You've said y'all 3 times. Where are you from?
No, I was born
Because that's
here.
not an Okinawa
I,
drawl.
Yeah.
I know. I was born here, but my family's from the South, and I spent quite a bit of time.
Where in the? What do you consider the South?
Mississippi.
Yep. Fuck
it's
you.
the
That's the
South.
South.
And my
That ain't that
not
Midwest
Southern.
shit.
and
this
my
cow's had.
my mammal's from Mississippi, so.
Okay, you said
Did you say
mammal.
mammal?
Ta da.
Oh,
Ta-da.
mamma.
My
I thought he
mammal.
said mammal.
We've had-
What the
No,
fuck?
my-
was
my
that?
He
mammal.
does own 2 mammals.
I don't think we've ever had mammal on this, the word used
I
on the
don't
show.
think
Well,
so.
I'll bring her on the show.
It's a
sometime.
fir-
I was in Vegas
Because she knows how to swear. If I know anything about a Southern woman.
a few
No
years.
sweet tea.
A few years ago, I was in Vegas, and we were literally we were jumping around, going hotel to hotel, and show bar to bar, whatever. And we happened to be we walked through the Phoenician because a friend I was with had never seen the fountain, so we came in the back.
A fountain?
Or no, I'm sorry, the Bellagio. I'm
But
sorry.
he'd never seen a
No,
fountain?
the fountains
Okay,
at the
I'm like,
Bellagio.
thank
My
you.
bad, not the Venetian, the Bellagio.
Ta-da, it's a fountain.
So we walked from the back all the way through the Bellagio, come out in the front, and we go to the fountains, yada yada. Well, then we decided we have to go to wherever the hell we were going. So we walk back up and we get in line where the cabs were, and we waited in line, and there was all these, the valets getting you cabs and all this kind of stuff. And I just even feel horrible saying this. So I was in the line, and the gentleman opened the door, and he happened to be a black kid who was working, and I meant to say,
you didn't.
I meant to say, well, thank you, my boy. And I said, thank you, boy.
Oh.
Neither one was good.
And it was bad.
Ta-da!
Yeah, that was, and I couldn't even fix anything
Couldn't
to do
even
with
see your
that.
plantation from
Did
where
you
you were
have
standing.
I got in that car, and I felt horrible
Wait,
for the.
But Thomas
What's that
Jefferson,
chicken?
what
What's that
happened
chicken?
after that?
Oh, that chicken
Yeah.
that does the.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
I said, boy, thank you for getting me that cab now, boy.
Oh.
No, it
It
was.
almost would have been better if you at least would have said it in that.
Oh yeah.
tone.
If I'd have been standing in a taxi line doing, "Can I get a cab?" I said, "Boy, can I get a cab?"
It's almost like being a La Cienega.
Cienega. I was gonna say, I have been suffering alone with the La Cienega shame when this motherfucker is sitting on a Foghorn Leghorn story.
Yeah, now it is.
That's horrible story.
Ta-da.
And I have been very, very careful to not
So we've
ever.
all had a La Cienega.
I'll say it.
We'll tell you the rest of that story
Yeah, I
off
wanna
air.
know the rest.
Yeah, we'll tell you later.
I can't repeat it
No,
twice
no,
on,
no,
Well,
on tape.
Yes.
There's
Are
a
there
little.
feathers in your chair? Are there feathers in your chair?
Right straight out of a chicken's ass.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I had
There's
to
a
say-
little irony in this story.
Oh, good.
A little irony.
A little.
And I think it's used appropriately.
All right,
so
I'll
you
judge.
be the judge.
I'll
Please.
judge.
Weird. Walmart is now selling Occupy Wall Street posters.
That is irony. That is the correct use of.
Walmart is attempting to turn
Isn't
rebellion
it
into
ironic?
profit by selling posters of the Occupy Wall Street movement for $42.
Oh, now it's really. Now it's $42 of ironic.
They're frame ready.
Yeah, frame ready.
And they're in stock, ready for delivery, just in time for Christmas. So y'all run out and get those now.
Yeah, celebrate
Yeah?
commercialism by not participating in Occupy Wall Street, but buying a poster of it.
Yeah, I'll go there in my pajamas.
So,
Slide on into Walmart.
And tube top.
I got you this poster.
And
Yes.
my
I
chosen
like it.
underwear that
Sorry if I
You're
offended
gonna be a
anyone.
people
No,
of Walmart.
oh my God. I
No.
love Donnie. He's all sorry if I'm offending anyone.
Marnie wears tube
Ta-da!
tops every day.
when I
It's
bend
Marnie's
Totes
outfit.
adorbs.
and when I
That totes my goats, baby.
Totes.
when I bend over to pick it up off the shelf, you'll see my
Soup.
dirty thong underwear.
Well, that'll be a plus because usually you don't even wear
says-
underwear.
Yeah,
But it
I-
probably says on the back, actually, dirty.
yeah.
Juicy.
Too many
Dirty
arms.
whale tail.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Oh, what's that thing?
Couture.
I love pink.
Oh, pink, love pink.
I
Yeah,
love pink,
it's Victoria's
yeah.
Secret's little
Yeah.
thing.
It does-
love pink.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh,
There's a skank in my spin class that wears that.
There's a skank in my
well.
spin
That sounds like a
class.
country song.
There's
a
a
skank in my spin class. Just like
There's
a
a
tear in my beer, and I'm telling you, yeah.
And I'm crying
And
for
over
you.
you.
dear.
Oh, Jesus.
You are a skank on my mind. So there's a print, a licensed reproduction.
A license.
License.
It's been
So
licensed.
somebody's
That
making money.
is
Oh,
embarrassing.
Walmart.
Is it signed?
It captures.
I hope so.
No,
By-
I don't.
by
I
a
don't
like
like
some of the poor people in tents.
By a hobo.
Yeah.
I think they might smile.
Because remember, the whole thing that Fox News had the problem with Occupy Wall Street was that they didn't have a leader or a mission.
right.
But now they have a trademark and it's
Santa
licensed.
just
That's
is
right.
white. Santa just is white.
Just making
All of a
sure
sudden
we,
I'm like,
we haven't lost sight
I
of
thought
that.
I was that fucking interpreter, and
No,
I was
no.
hearing voices
Santa
or
just
something.
is white.
There we go.
If you're listening, just know Jesus was the only blue-eyed person in Palestine at
By
the
the
time.
way, he
Santa
was
just
brown-eyed.
is white.
He just is.
So there were a lot of tweets that went out that it's, remember Occupy Wall Street? It's now a product for sale at Walmart. You can't make this stuff up. Walmart is selling an Occupy Wall Street poster. $42 at Walmart. Now that's poetic.
Yeah, and they're not paying minimum. Like their employees can't afford that art because
Walmart
they don't make minimum.
selling Occupy Wall
Art.
Street
Calling
items.
it
Proof
art.
that Walmart will always win. No shame.
Yeah.
I figured you would like that. So the Twitter feed of the Occupy movement even took notice of the product, and they said the newest source for anti-capitalist street art and Occupy Wall Street merchandise, Walmart, of course.
Yeah.
So as
the
just,
Megyn Kelly of department stores.
Right. So I thought that you would
And of
find
the
that to
top
be interesting.
10 of the top 10 richest people in America, are they 4 of them or 5
I
of
honestly
them?
don't know.
They're like,
Can you Google that, please?
Couldn't tell you.
What is Walmart selling at these days?
huh?
What's their stock selling at these days?
Oh, huge. But they are the rich.
Let me check.
The Walt.
If there was only a way we could look up something on the
Only there was
internet.
a device.
God, all we
hold on.
need. You gotta. Donnie, you got an
I
iPhone,
brought
Joe.
my phone, but
What happened? Did it die?
no, I'm good.
Oh.
I just,
The wine got there.
Oh,
yeah, it's there.
It's spilled.
got it.
Anyway, so I just thought that was an interesting
Shit.
piece.
What?
$77.54
A share?
for Walmart stock.
Yeah.
A share. And what did you ask me to look up about Walmart?
Of the top 10 richest
Yeah.
people in America, I want to say 4 or 5 of them are actual Walmart heirs.
Walton Ayers.
Walton heirs, yeah. They're fucktards.
Not to be confused with Legionnaires. Totally
All right,
different.
is it my turn yet?
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
I
ready.
keep waiting for you to shut up long enough so I can pay your.
And whenever you want, later,
What's that?
I have the all Sriracha news all the time because that's who I am.
our
Sriracha.
Sriracha news.
Oh.
Just so you know, I
Is
don't have it now.
Is it
per
gone
se.
yet? Is it gone? Is it gone?
It is not gone yet, but my neighbor made a Sriracha ham. Oh my God. And through
Oh.
a picture on Facebook,
Oh.
my mouth watered a little bit.
Mm.
So I'm going to have
Well,
to try
I'm
that.
just thinking,
I'll have
as
to
an
bring one
elderly
in.
person, I just want to tell you that when you combine the saltiness of ham, which I didn't used to be a fan of, but I got to try it again, 'cause I
Okay.
like salty, with the spiciness of sriracha, I think you got yourself a deal.
I think that it's golden.
I think when the pig meets the cock, everyone's happy.
So you like
ta-da.
salty?
Yeah, I do.
You love salty.
I just started.
I love salty, but I don't know what a
there is a
sriracha
match
is.
being
What-
made.
Sriracha, it's the hot
Explain,
sauce with the
please.
cock
They
on
both
it.
like the salt.
what?
Sriracha?
The
you don't
the
know
salty
sriracha?
cock.
Honey.
I want to say it's
look.
Vietnamese hot sauce. Is it
It
Vietnamese
is,
hot
yeah.
sauce?
Oh, the red stuff.
Yes.
Oh,
With the
yeah, I love that
rooster.
stuff.
Bunny.
No, then they tried to shut down the.
Yes,
No, they're
plant.
out of
they've
the
succeeded.
The
They
secret
did.
recipe
At
is
this,
missing.
but at this point, they've temporarily halted production.
Yes.
They're trying to figure out
They're
what the hell
not
they're going
out
to
of it
do.
yet.
They're trying to hunt down Colonel Sanders.
But there's going to be
white.
a shortage
Children at
of
home.
sracha.
Well,
Colonel
I'm
Sanders
just
is
catching
white.
up,
Give me a
so go
ta-da.
on.
We'll have to. We'll fill you in.
Yeah, we'll get that later.
Sorry.
Al Perkins, here we go.
Ta-da! It's entertainment! All we have is award show, dead people, dead people, dead people. More dead people. Oh, don't look big.
Some award shows.
There's a question on here which you can't read. And you went over everything else, so we're left with ta-da!
It's Al Perkins and entertainment and stuff.
I honestly thought it would be easier to print this up. So I have to go plant a tree for Israel because I just killed off like the Brazilian rainforest printing this shit up.
It is pretty thick.
Yeah, it is. And it's unnecessary. Well, thank you.
Sorry.
I wasn't expecting compliments. So
you never get them otherwise in the show.
Surprise.
It's all
So
awkward.
first, we'll start with well, you know what? We'll start with what actually is on the web because the National Board of Review was what we were actually waiting for last week because they came out. I keep typing Google and then Googling Google because I might be wrong. And then when
Things that are obvious for 1,000.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Totes.
Okay, so we'll start with the end. The National Board of Review put out their list, and we'll see. And it turns out you need to spell out the whole word because otherwise you get the National Bureau of Asian Research, and that is not what we're looking for.
What did they have to say? Sriracha is Noah.
Oh, Riri. Oh, Riri. Sorry.
Says Donnie, who just came back from Okinawa, Japan.
Unintentional racism.
Yeah, just lands. Okay. So the NBR, which I everyone knows, I always thought was the first thing. Oh, look, there's a thing. I always thought that was the first awards nominees listed. Turns out, not so much.
I like how you just said everybody knows.
Well, no, because I talked about it last week.
Oh, so people who listened last week know.
That's what I thought was. I thought that was the first awards listed every year on December 1st, and that's when I always wait for. And it turns out LA and New York come out first.
Gotcha.
My mom's.
So we'll start with that. So National Board of Review has some spoilers, and they went in a different direction. The best film was Her. Best director, Spike Jonze for Her. Nebraska gets best actor. Emma Thompson for Saving Mr. Banks gets best actress. Will Forte from Saturday Night Live fame actually gets best supporting actor, which in a surprise
I just can't believe how well that movie is doing.
And Octavia Spencer gets her only any award credit this season for Fruitvale Station.
Oh, good.
Now, Doug Wilkie, friend of the show, constant contributor to my
villainess.
Facebook page, the villainess. Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
He was saying, as I was, that we both thought that when the awards start coming out, Fruitvale Station was the first one to send out screeners to the Academy and to critics. It would do better because they'd had that longer, and it's not doing so well. So Octavia Spencer may get her only recognition here on the National Board
I'm
of
bummed
Review.
out because you were really thinking it was going to do better, and than
no.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought
And I
Fruitvale
liked
Station
it.
would, and I thought Michael Jordan might be a
you
surprise
were on
nominee
board.
somewhere, and it's not coming up. So then the Screen Actors Guild, which is a union thing, they're not the communists that the Writers Guild, where you don't ever look at the Writers Guild because you have to meet all their criteria. What they do is if you weren't in the union and you made a movie, they just give you your Screen Actors card and welcome you to the union.
Got it.
And that's how they get around like Beasts of the Southern Wild. They're like, all right, everyone likes your movie. Here's your Screen
You're
Actors
in.
Guild. You're now part of the union. Please pay your dues and enjoy your health care when you're 90.
That's rather dramatic.
No, it is.
Ta-da!
Loved it. I loved it.
You were waiting for that.
So,
I was.
He was. He
I
had
wait
his
for a lot of
You
things.
had your
Finger on the
that.
trigger.
So we'll just go through.
Parenthetically,
Yeah.
love is in control.
Parenthetic
He has
finger
his
in control.
pulse. He has his finger on the pulse of all this.
So the Screen Actors Guild will pretend they did start. Yeah.
Wait,
They'll-
what happened?
The Screen Actors Guild, they did start the the TV nominations, and they had I'll just go over like big surprises. So
I got plenty.
Nebraska, 12 Years a Slave, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club. We all know that they're in the mix.
Yes.
So don't be surprised by any nominations and wins. They're all coming. What the surprise was on the Screen Actors Guild Club was that club. I made it a club all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, it's a
I know.
club.
Sounds fun.
Forrest Whitaker got a nomination. Now this is the
For
the butler. Now this is the big group. This is
Oh.
the people that thought like the Oscars are too. You have to be invited to the club. It's not very inclusive. It's a small number. They're mostly old white people. Santa is white. So
So
they
is
tend
Jesus.
to go with more conservative
So is
choices.
Jesus.
So in a year when you're presented with Saving Private Ryan or
Private Ryan, either one.
right.
Private.
I think Private Ryan.
Real Bob.
The T is silent.
Yeah.
No, but that's totally the Asian Ryan.
Yeah.
Private Ryan.
Private Ryan.
I got Private Ryan.
Courtesy of Donnie from Okinawa.
My
Hello.
mouth made all the same noises. So
It looked it.
Weimaraner.
those reading my lips got it. So in years when Saving Private Ryan was nominated, Shakespeare in Love
Is
won.
Tom Shanks in that?
Yes. A couple years ago, he could have shanked me, and I'd been happy
And now
with
he's
it.
Mr. Banks.
Now he's Mr. Banks.
That was in the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption. We won't even get into that.
Da-da.
So Forrest Whitaker is the surprising nominee. In the Best Actress, Judi Dench is a lock now. Like her place for
Really?
Philomena is just
Yeah,
in.
but that was
For
only because
everything?
of his entertainment last week.
Yes. So I'm just telling you.
2 weeks ago,
But
Judi
Meryl
Dench
Streep makes her record-setting 9 millionth nomination for
She's amazing.
August Osage County.
I
And
really
I vote
wanna
for her
see
for
that.
everything. I vote for her.
yeah, and I really don't know if she'll get a nomination out of this, but this is pretty big that the Screen Actors Guild chose her.
Well,
I
and
hope she
forgive me
wins
because
everything.
I rarely listen to you. I was just curious.
That's fair. I don't know your name.
I'm Weimaraner. Yeah, slow it down to 78 for him. He
As
knows
long
albums.
as you make all the same noises. Ta-da!
Now, did you see this Osage County thing yet?
I saw it on stage. I have not seen them. 'cause
Okay,
it's one of
that's
that-
what-
it's,
okay.
it's part of that Christmas Day release.
It's not
that-
out yet. Yeah.
It
Right.
comes out Christmas Day. That's what, because I've seen previews. I just don't watch
Yeah.
it apparently through the end of when it's going to be released. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And the stage play was just
Amazeballs?
Amazeballs.
Yeah.
Totes
Totes.
adorbs.
I don't know if I'm
Soups,
soups.
Amazeballs.
I don't know if I'm soups into the movie, but I'm going to see it because you're saying it's
Well, wait
good.
a minute, but
And I
it's
just wanna tell
Meryl
you-
Streep, Julia
I
Roberts,
love
Margot
Meryl Streep.
Martindale, Chris
Jump in at
Cooper.
any time.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Why did
The
they?
fuck are you talking about?
I have a question. Why do they release movies on Christmas Day?
Yes,
What's
good
that about?
question.
Everyone
Donnie
knows
from
you're sick
Okinawa.
of your family
Jews.
by like 4 o'clock.
just for Jews.
And there's Jewish people
Also,
that want to.
yes,
No, that's
and
true.
the Chinese people.
Jewish people, Chinese people that want to go
Chinese
to the
people
movies.
are working.
And then it's
At the
'Cause
Chinese
Jews are-
restaurant.
they try to release family entertainment because once you're done with your family, you need something to do.
Because you don't want to interact with your own family.
Oh,
Well,
God,
not
no.
for
But
long.
not for 24 solid hours. You got to do something.
You're not
Everyone
gonna spend
has-
time.
All you have to
So-
do is
so
go to the
basically-
gay bar and you'll see that. Like, just go to the bar and
The,
you'll see
the
everything.
movies are what precursed the phone. So you can escape your family by going to a movie. Now you can just escape them by being in the same
And
room.
It was it was very often
So,
Disney
okay.
movies. Barbara
Right.
Streisand's The Prince of Tide is a famous Christmas
Oh, that's
release.
right.
Dreamgirls was
Loved
years
that
ago.
movie.
So is that
Christmas
why they're
release.
releasing the
I thought
Walt
Dreamgirls
Disney
was
movie?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, Mr. Banks on Christmas Day.
Right. They want to give you some kind of family entertainment. And
Okay.
I'm
go-
just going to look it up. August, Osage County, is because it's a fucked up family. It's so you can go somewhere and feel better about your own family.
Oh, that's lovely.
And we
I love
actually
that.
started
That's
doing that
lovely.
a few years ago. Like once the kids got older, I guess a few years ago. It was in high school. It was
Yeah.
longer than a few years. But when we were all older, you know, when we were little, we wanted to stay home and play with toys. But then we got to that place where we were like, we're getting toys, and we still wanted to hang
then
out with
Disney
the kids.
did
but
a- Disney did
and we used to
Aladdin
go
on Christmas
all
Day or
family.
Thanksgiving.
Aladdin, that's right.
So it was
Yeah.
like a fun. We started that as a family tradition.
Yeah,
too.
and then
It was fun.
so whenever people are bitching
And you
about,
wait in line, and it's a whole thing, and it's fun.
It's an
and-
experience.
and
Yeah,
you go see a
yeah.
family movie. So in the performance that everybody was wondering about whether it would make it has made it into every important award show. Barkhad Abdi of Captain Phillips.
Oh my God!
The Ethiopian actor
Wait.
has been nominated in every award show circuit he has made
I'm
it.
certain that I told you guys this, but did I tell you that was Kelly's cab driver in Minneapolis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember you saying that.
That she saw it
remember
on the
something
Today
about
Show
a
and
cab
said,
driver, but-
"Oh my God, that's my cab driver." She like saw his picture on the Today Show and said, "Oh my God, that's my cab driver." And then the segment came up and she's like, "Wait, that's an actor? That's my cab driver."
Yeah.
And then
Not
Matt
an
Lauer
actor, but
said
they needed real
they
Ethiopian.
needed Somalian
Somalian.
people, and there's
sorry,
a big
Somalian.
population of Somalis in
the
Minneapolis.
hard roll.
And Kelly got
was
used him
intentional.
once, got his name, called him over and over again, and then sure enough, Matt Lauer said, "Now you haven't always been an actor." He said, "No, I drove cab in Minneapolis." And Kelly's like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is his first movie.
So
first
we have
performance.
Toads Adorbs.
3 degrees from Tom Hanks.
I love it. Well
So
done.
from the directing
I'm
standpoint,
basically famous now.
Paul Greenstreet has
Not
been
really.
the thing that they're congratulating him on the movie is that
Right up
he's
here.
giving you the hijacker story too. Like the hijackers aren't just bad guys. You're getting a little bit of their backstory, why they would hijack a ship, why they would take this chance, why they would take on the U.S. government, and it's a testament to his filmmaking. So Oprah, now here's where the big surprise is. Now, the Screen Actors Guild is all actors nominating actors. This is not about TV ratings.
Right.
This is not about who shows up. This is a genuine love of the craft.
Which we like that.
And it's Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA, the American Film, Radio, Television Artists, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yes.
So this is for
The
reals.
American Federation
so
of
Oprah
Television,
Winfrey
yes.
shows up here for reals. So and that'll come up later. And then their best picture is Cast in a Motion Picture, and it's 12 Years a Slave, American Hustle, August Osage County, Dallas Buyers Club, which is a big to-do that they made it into the best cast. And then Lee Daniels, The Butler. And then Behind the Candelabra dominated everything from TV. 30 Rock held on long after it should have, and got nominations.
Is it kind of over?
Yeah, they really are
Jump the
done.
shark.
Yeah, but time out. The whole jump the shark thing, all you have to do is think of Celine fucking Dion. Like that bitch and the Titanic song. Do you
Oh, no,
remember?
no. But what I'm saying is,
jumping the shark.
But 30 Rock it's canceled. It's done.
I know, but Titanic had already made its bazillions, and like she was still winning for Song of the Year like 4 years later. Like, oh,
Right.
Celine
And
Dion.
Because they were remixing
And so
it.
was
It was the dance remix, the nightclub remix.
There was an app on
the
somebody's
ballet
cell
remix.
phone.
That was legitimately based on release dates. So it would be because Titanic, remember we talk about that all the time. Titanic was a movie that won no critics awards
Yeah, I
because
do
they had all
remember.
the problems and it came out at the last minute. So it missed the year that it was released Grammys and had to be nominated the following year.
So it was released in '98. And then...
but then it couldn't get...
Until 2007,
God,
she
it
was
was.
winning.
Yeah.
But my
90
heart
The movie was
go
released in
on.
'98. Yeah.
That's so long ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, but it really did.
And I didn't see it till 2009.
And so did
That makes me feel dated.
The Bodyguard was released late in the
right.
year. That I Will Always Love You wasn't available.
Come
for
on,
Grammys.
when was that? But that wasn't 98.
94.
No, but it was
Oh,
like
thank
90,
God,
90,
yeah.
No,
91.
but Dolly
I thought
Parton had
94.
released that
That
song
was
already.
94.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
but she was still
yeah,
her
30
version
years
was
later.
eligible like way later. Okay, so
Just
then
saying.
we're gonna go to that part's done. So now we go to the Golden Globes. Now the Golden Globes is a completely ridiculous thing. There's only 86 to 100 members. No one's ever sure.
But it's getting more popular.
But it's the most fun show to watch.
It is the most fun, but they nominate people for the TV part of it because it's 86 to 100 people. All you have to do is write a paper for an international. You have to write a review for an international source.
Okay.
And no one knows who they are. They all go see the movies together, and you need 26 votes to win an award. And what they do is because they've realized that TV's been their friend. They've been around for like 50, 55 years. Maybe it'll say on here. It doesn't, so we're not going to look any further. But this is all schmaltz. And it's a chance, and they get the TV stars to come because they're going to nominate movie stars, and then everyone can interact with liquor, and you can network. So everyone shows up to be on camera, and they nominate Angelina Jolie movies that are complete shit because they want Angelina Jolie sitting
like
front
them.
and center. No, they want her to show up.
They want the face.
You
Yeah.
can't
They
like
want her
them.
lips.
And if you don't show up the first year you're nominated
If she
for a
turns to
joke
the
movie,
right,
You're
you
never
will never
get nominated again.
Yeah.
They hold grudges.
And now that's going to be again Amy Poehler and
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
So what makes that
Hysterical.
surprising is these are the people that are ham-handing, glad-handing, whatever the phrase is. They did not nominate Oprah Winfrey, where you'd think Oprah should show up on this award, not on the Actors Award. So Oprah's Oscar chances are not diminished by her not showing up here. She got nominated by the real people, not by the fake people that no one knows what they're doing. So the only thing is here is Robert Redford for the worst movie ever
actors.
made. Yeah. All Is Lost was not given a Screen Actors nomination, but they want Robert Redford at the Golden
Okay.
Globes. So that piece of shit's on here.
Did you hear him talk about that? Like he hated it.
No, I missed that one.
It
Hated.
was a dramatic
I don't-
reenactment
It
without.
sounded like Castaway
I
in a
didn't
boat,
hear you
but,
talk about that, but that versus Gravity, you're not even.
Oh, they're not the same. Oh no, it was a shitty.
Was it like Castaway, where I fell asleep in the first 10 minutes?
Oh my God, Castaway.
No, it was a lot
awful.
like Castaway. I'm
Yeah,
spitting everywhere.
Castaway's god awful.
It wasn't god
Fucking
awful, but it
Wilson.
really was useless.
I think it's god awful.
So
Castaway?
the only surprises here is that this year, studios and everyone made decisions about because in the Golden Globes you can choose between comedy or drama, and usually the comedy is where they put all the shit nominations. And they have to like work hard to find 5 people where everyone's fighting for drama. This year, everyone put themselves in the comedy thing. So it was the drama category that people are searching for. So Best Picture for a drama, Rush, the Ron Howard movie about the race car drivers, that went nowhere, although well-reviewed. makes it. But like The Wolf of Wall Street, Nebraska,
Oh, I
which
wanna
has
see
one
that
funny
Wolf of Wall
character.
Street.
Yeah.
Inside Llewyn Davis, which has some music in it. Her, which is not supposed to be all that funny, and American Hustle, which is the problem was, why are you billing this as a comedy, are all in the best comedy. So here's these great movies that you're like, why is that funny?
American Hustle was good.
But not fun. Is
But
it
was it
funny?
funny?
It wasn't, I don't think it was funny, but it was a good movie.
No, it
Then
is
why
a great
would it be
movie
in comedy?
because they all want to get nominated, so they're putting themselves in this.
Fitting them in.
It's a painting with a broad brush because everybody's
we have
like
a joke
that,
in scene 4.
Yeah,
so
this comedy thing might work
Joke,
for us.
joke.
Not
Laugh
realizing
track.
that there was no one there, so really, really strange choices. But I want to see, because like Leonardo DiCaprio is nominated for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Comedy for The Wolf of Wall Street. So you end up with some really strange choices.
That's
and I want to
bizarre.
see now in Best Supporting Actress, Jane Squibb from Nebraska, who's the only funny part of the movie, gets a nomination, and Sally Hawkins from Blue Jasmine gets a nomination. No Oprah.
Weren't we like really thinking that Oprah was gonna take it?
Yeah, and that's
She
what I'm saying.
still will.
And
She
she
has-
still will. She's in
The
the
Oscars, yeah,
because
she-
all you do is take the Academy and you invite everybody and you get the Screen Actors Guild. All you have to be in the Screen Actors Guild is be in a commercial and you
right.
get to vote. But the Oscars are a very old white group, and old white people love Oprah.
Caucasians.
So I printed
Santa likes
Caucasians.
Oprah.
Okay.
Santa's white.
So now I did the
So is
Marnie thing and
Jesus.
I
Jesus
printed
likes
out
Oprah,
all the
too.
comments.
Jesus loves Oprah.
He has blue eyes.
Okay, now the National Board of
read it.
Review, which is a pretty good indication, and they do their top 10. You get American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Inside Llewyn Davis, Opens Christmas Day, Nebraska, Saving Mr. Banks, 12 Years a Slave, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Perfectly predictable, and if these are the 10 movies you see this year, you've done really well. The only surprises here is Christian Bale comes in for American Hustle, and Brie Larson, who I've told you all to pay attention.
Yes.
If Brie Larson does something, she finally got her Best Actress nomination out of the National Board of Review for Short Term 12. It comes out on video in like 2 weeks. Do not miss this movie. She is amazeballs. Totes adorbs.
I already totes love her.
Ta-da!
And then
Totes love.
And then finally, because the big thing is whether Scarlett Johansson can be nominated for her role as Her in Her, because she's playing Suri.
She's not really
Add
a-
the one, carry the.
Yeah,
Right.
She could
because
still be
she's-
nominated,
She's
right?
playing the Suri character that Joaquin Phoenix falls in love with in Her. She's the Her, but because she never appears on screen, everyone's up in arms as to whether she can be
come on,
nominated.
but it's her.
Right. But now they're saying that the National Board of Review has opened the door, and now we're back at the Beauty and the Beast. Can an animated movie be nominated for Best Picture, which it never was until Beauty and the Beast, and now this could be the first voiceover performance. The door has finally been opened. Somebody put her on a list, so she's there. And now we're at Dead People.
Stand by.
It's back in action. The Death Den.
Well, you guys didn't say Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew
All right, sad losses this week. And I keep opening up the same page. It's not the same thing. No one's in the chat room. Why are people chatting?
Because they're just listening with
They're in the
intent.
studio.
They caught up. No, they caught up.
Canada's back. Japan, Kuwait, and U.S. are all listening.
All right, so sad losses.
Are there happy losses coming?
Well, no. Okay, so we'll start with the minor one that needs no conversation, because if you're not my age, you've never seen a Billy Jack movie. But Tom Laughlin, who was a writer, director, actor, producer, and he changed the way movies were marketed, and he actually sued to get his movie back from MGM so he could market it himself because he thought they were going to do it right. Billy Jack does
Billy
something.
Jack. Yep.
So he changed the way people got control of their movies, the start of the auteur phase of the 70s. And he died this weekend, and he was older than Peter O'Toole, which I didn't find possible since Peter O'Toole was playing an older man in the 1967.
Peter was 86.
You know, he was 81, and
81.
Billy Jack was 82, and Tom Laughlin was like 82. So he died, and if you've seen any of those movies, they're very good. It's all that start of vigilante going to find the person that wronged you.
Yeah, he's wearing lots of like cowboy hats.
Yes, he's a Western sort of character. He's from Charles Bronson. Remade every movie he made as Death Wish 9.
Charles Bronson.
But if you liked a Charles Bronson movie, it was actually Tom Laughlin that made the movie first. And what I kept in the back of my head, and every time I watch the movie South Pacific, I always think, is that Billy Jack? He doesn't sing, but he's the telegraph. I think he's the telegraph operator, if I'm not mistaken. And sure enough, in his credits, it listed, and he once made a musical. I'm like, was it South Pacific? And he is the telegraph guy. So, but then the saddest one, and we'll go with the saddest now. Peter O'Toole, 8 times nominated, never won an Oscar, and we can justify every loss because he was always in the wrong part in the wrong year. But one of the
really like you can really justify it, like you.
I went
didn't
through
deserve.
year by year by year and could not find a year where you couldn't justify the other person winning. To start off with, one of the most beautiful men that has ever graced our planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was gorgeous.
Oh my God! In the early days,
Oh,
praise
yeah.
Jesus.
Praise Jesus.
Wow.
He's
By
white.
the way, P.S. He's white. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's with blue eyes, but he is gorgeous.
And in Arabia.
Not Jesus.
Lawrence of Arabia. He was.
Jesus
Lauren,
of
I've
Arabia.
watched
Like
that movie
this?
so many times.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
he
God.
kind of looks like
Yes.
Donnie from Okinawa a
Oh
little
no,
bit.
I wish.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and then
A
finally,
little bit. Deanish
the
there.
one on the top left, when he's
I
actually
know.
Lawrence of Arabia with those big blue eyes.
Even
That's
with all
more-
that
that's
dirt
a
on
little
his
more
face,
brown.
you remember? And then
He's
and
brown
he has
there.
that dust on his face. You're just like,
Oh.
he's still gorgeous.
He
Sorry,
is,
go on.
he is completely humpable to speak camel.
I agree.
Ta-da.
If I may.
May I just?
May I
May I
speak
just-
camel?
He's totes my goats.
Totes my goats.
At midnight, it'll be hump day.
So I really thought he got his honorary Oscar in like 2003 or 2004, and it was gave to him by Meryl Streep, and it was for his career in cinema because everyone knew he was old. And last year he just said, "I've been ill. I don't think I can make another movie. I think my Oscar is out of my reach." Because he always, and he said, even when he accepted his
He just wanted
honorary
an
one,
Oscar.
he said, "I still can win a competitive one. Like, I'm not dead yet." And he was nominated one more time for the movie Venus. But
Right?
unfortunately,
That's
he
right.
was up against Forrest Whitaker for The Last King of
right.
Scotland. And you're like, yeah, that was actually, you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
You're not gonna win.
You're
that.
not gonna get it this year.
Sure.
But so if you must, and if for some reason you can't find it or you're poor, you don't charge your mother enough rent, just wait for 30 Days of Oscar on
You know
Turner
he's talking
Classic
to me.
Movies. And every year on 30 Days of Oscar, and this is how I saw it like 20 years ago, they play The Lion in the Winter.
The Lion in the Winter.
Which is how
hey.
Ingrid Bergman said it when she was announcing Katharine Hepburn to win her Oscar for The Lion in the Winter. And
You do that so good. Do that one more
The
again.
Lion in the Winter. And it is family dysfunction set in a castle with homosexuality and
Yes,
intrigue and
sounds good.
spying and people behind curtains getting stabbed. And
It sounds like the
everyone's-
game Clue.
Yeah, it is. Everyone's sleeping with everyone else, and everybody
Wait,
has a
what
great
movie
line.
is that?
The Lion in the Winter. And the best part, when they ask Peter O'Toole, I hope I get this quote right, but luckily you guys won't know, so it won't even matter. So when they asked
Google
Peter
it.
O'Toole why he married Eleanor of Aquitaine when she was such a bitch, he's like, well, her teeth were quite straight and she did smile too much, but it was no, let me start over. Her eyes were violet and her teeth were quite straight, although she did smile too much, but her chewing was something of distinction, which is what you would worry about in 1100.
Sure, of course.
But her chewing was something of distinction.
How does
And
that
as
go?
they're walking in, and she's like, "They will behead me later," and he looks at her and he goes, "You are the Queen of England. Not all eyes will weep for you." And
I'm
it is.
enjoying his theater.
Yeah.
Right, tonight you're on the
It's where
boards.
we get Anthony Hopkins from. It's his debut
Okay.
movie. It's Timothy Dalton, who is one of the
Oh, sure.
Bonds. It's where he comes from, and he's in all his blue-eyed glory. He looks hot.
Oh.
And everyone's fucking, and oh my god, it's so good. And then if you want a light comedy,
I want to watch that.
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
soft porn.
It
I
is soft
do have
porn.
the exact
It is soft
quote.
porn.
May I just?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you
No,
may, Jeff.
go ahead with your quote.
No, you were very, very close.
But not today.
Shit, I lost it. You were very close.
Yeah,
so
her,
good job,
Her
Al.
eyes are violet. Her teeth
Her
are.
eyes, for certain, were
vi-
light as violet,
That's what it is.
and her teeth were quite straight. You were right. I lost
Although she
the
does
rest of it.
smile too much.
Yeah.
But her chewing was something of
Yeah.
distinction.
How does chewing of distinction look?
It was just the fact that she had teeth, because in 1100 no one had teeth.
People were gumming.
I'm a little slow.
Gumming it all.
Dentation was the
Sorry.
thing. So, but if you want to
I
watch a
didn't get it
light
either,
comedy
so-
and one of the funniest, most charming movies that you'll want to hug everyone you meet directly afterwards is My Favorite Year. And after him suffering through alcoholism and really not getting any work for 10 years, he came back and played the role of
A drunk.
That was a former Hollywood star that was coming to TV for the first time in the 50s. And the writer has to babysit him the whole time to make
right.
sure he's sober enough to do a live TV show. And he meets Lainey Kazan, who's his mother.
Oh, that's right.
And his aunt, who comes to the door
Who
in
I
her
love.
wedding dress. She's like, "What? I only wore it once." It's practically new. And it is one of the funniest movies ever. So delightful.
Well,
Go ahead.
the may I just is that I am shocked that when we talk soft porn and we talk different things like that, that Caligula wouldn't be brought up.
Oh my God, that's a great movie.
He's in Caligula?
Yep.
He is.
With
He-
Helen Mirren. I only remember Helen Mirren.
And,
he is
and
in that movie.
And McDowell.
Exactly.
What's his name? Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell.
From the commercials
Malcolm
we're playing.
McDowell.
It's
Oh,
from Caligula.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm like, yeah.
With the orgy
That's
scene.
why I
Have you
am
seen the movie?
shocked that Helen Mirren.
I never
Malcolm,
seen movies.
Oh, well, this one.
Oh, Caligula is filthy.
Caligula is-
John Gielgud is in it.
Sir
John.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, there's active sex going on. Like you're
No,
just
you see
it's
penis
full
in the
on.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh no, you
yeah.
see a lot of penis in the movie.
penis on penis, vagina on vagina.
I'm
And
gonna
it-
watch it tonight.
And
penis and vagina is quite.
Ta-da!
I'm
You had
telling
me
you,
at
that
penis
shit,
on penis.
That shit'll make you horny. There's no two ways about it.
yeah.
no,
And
I
I just
watch
want to tell you, as someone searching for things to masturbate
And I
to in the
think I
70s,
just said that.
Caligula came up pretty fast.
I think I oddly just said that out loud, and I didn't mean to. But it's this
God.
1979 deal where with I mean seriously, Helen Mirren.
Is it 79?
79.
I would have thought it was much earlier.
I
I
actually
would have
thought
lost.
so too.
I would have lost like 3
Yeah.
bets. I thought it was like 73, 74.
Caligula.
Caligula. Oh my God.
Caligula.
Peter O'Toole. And he's-
O'Toole
Caligula.
was in Caligula.
I have to go back and watch it because I forgot he was in it.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Well,
I have the movie.
Caligula is going to be
And
selling
Helen
out.
Mirren, the
Ta-da.
cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover. Do not miss this movie. The cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover.
Is it 5 movies?
No, but it's dirty, dirty.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
Helen Mirren at the peak of her sexuality. I have one more thing after the break.
That's quite all right. It's the end of hour 2. It's the show with Clayton McKee. That is me alongside Katie June, Marnie Ryer. With us is Donnie from Okinawa, Japan. Al Perkins. The drinking word is ta-da. We'll be back with hour 3 in just moments. Al's got a little bit more, and then Katie with sports and other stuff, and then final vulgarity. It's our final show of 2013.
Nope, I'm good.
Stay with us, won't you? We'll be right back.
You're listening
I'm
to
good.
the show on Q Talk America. This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's the show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
No.
Turn on my own microphone. It's 9 o'clock, the beginning of hour 3, our final hour. This is our final hour of 2013.
Oh, yeah.
We
Where's
are-
the champagne? Where's the champagne?
We're totes adorbs. Somebody was bringing champagne.
I have some.
Okay, good.
I have some
But
too.
it's some that you
Well, I
guys won't
thought
like.
he-
No, but I like hers.
Yeah, I know.
It's all right. It is our final show of the year. We are going to take off next Tuesday. The next 2 Tuesdays, it's Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. So we'll let you do other things than be bored with watching or listening to our show for 3 hours.
Bored.
Ooh,
But if you're at home,
some are.
How rude.
May I throw this out there? Because
Sure.
somebody did it for Thanksgiving and I really enjoyed it.
What?
If you're home and you're feeling blue or something's going wrong, find me on Facebook and send me messages, and I'll be happy to talk with you through the
Oh, we can
evening
do
and
that.
keep you company.
Keep you alive
No,
for the
because
night.
Barbara did that. A couple people did that for Thanksgiving. Like if the holidays are getting you down and you feel you don't have someone to talk to,
We'll
like
chat with you.
yeah, we'll chat. Like
That's really cool.
yeah, just
Well, now I feel like shit for not doing a show. No, we'll not do a show.
No.
No, we know everybody in the chat room. We know
Yeah.
where they're going to be.
No.
Yes.
Barbara already gave out her.
They're
Barbara will
gonna be
give out her
Adam
number.
Fratto.
They'll be fine.
Dirty
That's fine.
fucking
Oh, that's
whores.
very nice. And what if I call you?
Sure.
If I'm with my family, but I'm drunk and upset.
Well, then I really want to
Yeah.
talk
By
to
the
you.
way, did you just say if?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well,
When?
all of Katie's new diets will hold off until the 7th of January, just in case you're worrying about missing something she might get on board for.
Fear not, everyone.
Fear not. I won't talk about them till on the air.
2014 with new diet plans for everybody. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Hey, Leo.
If you're just joining, yeah, she already did that, so we've already
A few
failed.
times.
That's like dirt.
If you are just joining us, it is hour 3. It's our final hour on this Tuesday evening. We are with Katie June, Marnie Ryer, Donnie from Okinawa, Japan, who has
Yay.
been a long-time listener, first time in
Yep,
studio.
yep. Thank you.
And what's your name? Al Perkins?
Yes, it is.
Al has
That's
one.
all
pretty.
the noises I make when I say
Yes. Al Perkins has one more thing to add to his entertainment section. So Al, please do take it away.
my name. Well, we just have to finish out the Death Den. With someone that we never saw coming, honestly, because I thought she died like 20 years ago. And then I found out, and we should put her on here because now
Her
she really
sister.
will die. Her sister's alive, but Joan Fontaine. Beautiful,
No clue.
classy actress, and she has been out of the limelight since even before I was alive. So you have to be, to know her two strongest performance, you have to be an Alfred Hitchcock fan, which I am.
Okay.
So you have Rebecca and Suspicion. I would, for no reason whatsoever, miss either one of those because they are two of Alfred Hitchcock's best movies before he went horror, when he was just suspense and tension and,
Before
I
he
call
went horror?
bullshit. I call bullshit on you being an Alfred Hitchcock fan.
Why?
Because you can't get my fucking name right.
Oh,
And it's
well,
an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
It is.
Weimaraner is Alfred.
Weimaraner is like, it's in Vertigo.
So Marnie is Marnie
It
is
is probably.
Wait, Marnie is a film?
Yeah,
It
no,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, Tippi Hedren
Tippi
is the
Hedren.
actress. And my parents were in love with Tippi Hedren, so it was between naming me Tippi or Marnie.
Thank God.
Now,
Thank
really-
God.
Of these,
And now
I'm
because
thinking Marnie.
that
She
is
just
what
grabbed
it-
her boobs, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so
Not
everyone
real,
knows.
I mean, they're.
It's a thing.
She didn't
It's
just
a thing
gesture
she
to
does.
them. She grabbed them.
Ta-da!
I was holding up the boys.
Ta-da, I got two
Ta-
boobs.
Fucking da.
Who's got two hands and both boobs in them?
I love it.
Right here.
So, anyways,
Thanks for the
Totes-
play. Thanks
totes
for the
adorbs.
play-by-play.
Yeah, I just want the listeners to know because they don't
Absolutely.
see this stuff.
No, they
No,
don't.
they do. That's what
Right.
they
And
do.
thank
Yeah,
goodness.
Y'all just
No,
forget
but
about that.
Only if they're listeners.
oh, right.
Yeah.
If you are just
I'm
listening,
a listening advocate.
Right,
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, remember we
2
had
out of 5 of us just
a
kept
few
our
weeks
breath.
a few weeks ago we had a show called Off-Camera Breast Pointing.
Oh, dang
Yeah,
it, I
that's
missed
what
that
that's
one.
about because the cameras didn't work that week, so he gave play-by-play.
And I kept saying she was pointing to her
And
boobs.
actually, Coz was watching tonight. So,
Oh,
hi,
good.
I love
Coz.
it.
So
I
she,
love
yeah,
it.
so she's a watcher, watching you grab your boobs. So I'm sure
She's a watcher.
I'm sure she's actually seen that before.
She is a voyeur.
That's
I
how the-
mean, a watcher.
That's how the police describe her too. She's a watcher.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah,
your
yeah,
eye on her.
yeah. Keep her on her.
She's on that list.
Got
But
it.
you have to remind me now. Marnie is the follow-up to the Birds or the prequel
I
or the one
believe
before?
the follow. It
I
was
do
Tippi
too.
Hedren
Stand by,
and
Katie's
Sean
on it.
Connery.
Yes, I think
And
it's
I
a
believe it
follow-up.
was follow-up.
And that's where
Because Tippi Hedren was like in the Birds. That was her new.
That was her big
right?
thing,
Her
right?
big thing.
yeah. And I want to say that. But,
And I've never seen it.
Marnie.
I've never seen
It's
it.
not my
I've seen
favorite.
I've seen pieces of it, but you know,
Why
kind
would-
of how fucked up, like to watch a movie that your parents named. It's Alfred Hitchcock.
But Tippi Hedren's
So-
still alive, right?
Yes,
Yeah, she
yeah,
is.
Melanie
She's
Griffith's
really
Yeah,
oh,
Melanie Griffith's
duh,
mom.
they
and
look alike.
beautiful
And Dakota
compared to Melanie Griffith.
Dakota
And
Johnson's,
Dakota Johnson's grandmother.
That's right.
Although she looks way better than Melanie Griffith.
Melanie Griffith
Still.
used to look okay. Now she's a little
Yeah.
clowny.
Because
But
But
yeah,
she's had some stuff done.
a lot.
Tippy didn't
Yeah.
go
Okay,
with the knife.
Bad.
No,
Birds,
Tippi didn't. She's beautiful.
the Birds is 63 and Marnie is 64.
Oh,
Right,
that's
yeah.
strange because they hated each other. So that's why I wondered if
Who
who would
hated
be
each other?
Alfred and her because of what he did to her in the Birds. I just assumed Marnie would come first. Marnie's not one of my favorite
No,
people
I
on this
mean,
show. or
Marnie's my
Alfred Hitchcock
favorite.
movie. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
my favorite.
well, you're gonna change your tune in a
But
few
yeah,
minutes.
I'm
buddy.
just kidding.
That's
But
all.
I do want to say though,
I
if
have gifts.
if you're confused
Well,
about who Joan Fontaine is, Rebecca and Suspicion are as good as it gets, and I think Rebecca might be
What?
Alfred
He has his
Hitchcock's
hand up.
only
He never
best
has his hand
director.
up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Never.
Any relation to
Rebecca De Mornay.
no?
Oh.
No.
Now you're just saying names.
Remember, in a world Don LaFontaine.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Because
because wait, that's LaFontaine.
LaFontaine.
My bad.
And
Hers
this
may
is-
have been, but she might have dropped
And then for the queens among us that really love old Hollywood legend, her sister is Academy Award winning, two-time Academy Award winning actress Olivia de Havilland.
Yeah, and how about that family?
And
Like,
they were raised kind of separately. If I'm not mistaken, they have two different fathers, although they're only born a year apart. One was raised in Japan, one came back to America, and they never really got along.
Well, apparently from teenage years.
And the
they've
year
been
that they were
fighting.
the year that they were nominated for the Oscar together, and Joan won, but even though Olivia won 2 more, they couldn't be near each other, and they had to work around backstage to keep them apart.
Wait, who is this?
Olivia de Havilland, Miss Melly from Gone with the Wind, who's still alive, which I didn't know till this
Still
one died.
alive. Yeah, and not making a lot of sense, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She had little punctuation problems.
not just the punctuation, but like made it sound like
But one of
I'm
those
shocked
Hollywood
that
feuds
she
that a lot of
died.
times you hear about Hollywood feuds and they're not really real. It's just publicity shit that they made up. But the one between Betty and Joan is real, and the one between Olivia and this other Joan is very real. So it turns out Joan is your way to a real feud. But at Charming
There you
Story,
have it.
and there's interviews up with her, and she is just a classy lady, and she was a great actress. But she retired long before any of us were on the scene. So, but Rebecca and Suspicion, do not miss them. They're great movies. They hold up beautifully.
And those are both Hitchcock?
Both Hitchcock. They're his first 2 movies in the United States, and he loved her so much he used her twice. Because he was British, and he liked her. He thought she was British. She's not.
Did he not ever use, short of obviously Tippi Hedren, did he not use actresses twice? Or
He did. He did. He
people?
used Grace. He used Grace Kelly twice.
Okay.
But he had his ice cold blondes, and he would move on from them. He did
Okay.
1 or 2 movies. Very few. I don't think anyone ever made a third one.
Okay.
But he had his ice cold blondes. Eva Marie Saint was a famous one. But he did the Ice Cold Blonde. They had 1 or 2 movies, and then he was done with them. And it was mostly because of Alma. His wife was like, "All right, you're too attached."
Oh.
Because she would get attached.
Because
Yeah,
she
he would get really
She
attached.
was a screenwriter, producer, editor for him, so she would watch him make movies and then
So
watch
she
what
was impressive.
So she was. Oh, Alma was amazing. Alma did almost all of his editing. Yeah.
Well, it was in the movie Hitchcock, wasn't it? It was
with
a
Helen
lot
Mirren.
about her.
And it was
Okay,
Helen
okay.
Mirren playing her in
The
the
tie
movie.
together. Oh.
So, one quick question before we move on: The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Kelly really wants to see it.
I would
what do
go.
you think?
I would go.
Looks weird to me.
Since
to me
you've
about
now
it a little
spent
bit.
50-some weeks with me, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is my life. When you watch that is the fictional character I relate to the most.
Oh my god! Well, then I'm gonna
Puts
go see
everything
it.
in terms of a movie. Like
So do you have a secret life?
yeah, I do because I go.
His
into
name
the
is
works in
Walter
the
Mitty.
restaurant.
Thy is Walter Mitty.
But
He
you
works at a restaurant.
because he goes into the movies to live his life. Like his life is kind of dull and mundane. So in his imagination, he goes to the
This
movie.
is a new movie?
Well, it's an
That's coming
old
out?
story. I think the old one is
'Cause
Danny
I've
Kaye.
but
heard
it's
of
coming
it.
out on
I've
Christmas.
heard of
It's
it.
also
Yeah,
a
that's
Christmas
what
Day
It's
release.
Christmas Day,
Christmas Day
and
release.
who stars
Kristen
in,
Wiig and Ben Stiller.
and Ben Stiller.
yeah.
And it was Danny Kaye in the
Oh,
original.
I did just see something about that. Okay.
And you should have read it in high school. It's
I
about
didn't realize what it was called.
It's about a henpecked husband who, to get away from the sadness of his marriage, imagines himself in fanciful situations in movies.
Okay.
And I think in the book it might be books because I think it's an older book, but it's a wonderful story.
Okay, good. Then I'm gonna see it.
Oh yeah, definitely do. I recommend it.
Good to know.
Because
GTK.
I've heard
love
it's
it.
very faithful.
TTK.
GTK.
That's 909. That's not bad for
GTK.
me.
My
Good
bad.
to know.
Is that it? You wrapped up?
I just had to give.
May I just?
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
what do you need? What do you need? What do you
I
need?
just want to let, just to see looks of surprise, perhaps. There are 25 celebrities that we may not, and you mentioned a couple of them, believe are still alive.
Oh,
And,
that everybody
Oh,
thinks are dead.
It's a
Yeah,
fun game.
yeah.
Dead or Alive.
Okay.
Remember this on MTV?
So,
It
right,
was the
right.
best
Let's
game
do it.
show
Ready?
ever. Dead or Alive.
All right, come on.
Shirley Temple.
Alive. Dead.
Alive.
Definitely dead.
Shirley Temple
Okay.
Black. It's
Alive.
her real name.
I say alive.
Dick Van Dyke.
Alive.
Alive, yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
I'm impressed. Both of them. Doris Day.
Alive. Alive.
I'm still trying to
don't
get her.
know her.
Oh,
I
are you
don't
ready?
know.
Are
This
you
one.
ready?
This
Are you
one.
ready? Are you ready? She's an animal activist who's in hiding in Carmel, California, and is my favorite human on earth. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna kidnap a fucking dog, and I'm gonna put a knife to its neck, and either you come out to the porch and sing a fucking song, or the dog gets it.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah.
Not that song.
Not that one. Just a song. Other than that,
Any song but that one.
be clear.
But if she comes out and sings that song, the dog will
Okay.
live. The dog's gonna live. You
might cut it a
no,
little.
I don't want. Doris may be listening. We don't know. What
Oh
she
yeah,
does out
Doris
there.
may be listening.
You might cut the dog a little if that.
Who
happens.
knows if Doris follows me as closely as I follow her?
You might. And by the way, I didn't know that about you. Enticing.
I
And
love
Margaret.
Doris Day. And Margaret, alive, half plastic.
Wait, aren't these all
Ta-da.
people that are alive?
Yes.
I thought we're dead.
You're right. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Maureen O'Hara.
Dead.
I think she's alive.
I don't
She's
know.
dead.
Did she die recently?
Oh, she's alive.
No, I'm asking.
Maureen O'Hara is the one that I always think is Mia Farrow's mother, but I don't think she is. Is she from Miracle on 34th Street?
Yes, as a matter of
Then
fact,
she's
that's
alive.
where I know the name.
She's alive.
Okay.
Because the one that
Well,
I think...
there's one name on here that I went.
Maureen O'Hara,
dead.
alive, age 93.
Yes, because
Nice.
I
She
think
was the mom in
Miracle on 34th Street,
Miracle on
but
34th
I think
Street.
she's
She's
Mia Farrow's mother
beautiful.
who's dead, and that's Maureen O'Hara.
The Parent Trap,
Oh, okay.
How Green Was My Valley, McClintock, The Quiet Man.
I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
but all you need to know is the
There
Miracle
was
on
a
34th
movie
Street.
called How Green Is My Valley.
I don't want to know about your
Academy
Green
Award
Valley.
winning.
1941.
I think, isn't that a movie about STDs?
That's on the list of the worst movies to ever
dude.
win an Academy Award
How
for Best Picture.
green is my valley?
I'll ask that later. How green did you think my valley was?
Mickey Rooney.
Oh, definitely
alive.
Everyone
He's alive.
knows he's alive.
He's alive.
He is alive, but
He doesn't
I
have a
have
neck.
to tell you, I
no.
really
Not anymore.
thought
I'm going to
dead.
Google him.
Alive.
Abe Vigoda.
Alive.
Dead. He just died.
I think stuffed.
Oh, did he just-
I think stuffed.
Did he
He
just
just
die?
died.
When?
Oh,
I
like-
didn't realize that.
No, Abe Vigoda just died.
Yeah, but when?
Let's
Okay,
IMDb.
Google that.
I didn't realize
He
that.
just died.
Abe.
Okay.
We had a whole tribute to him on here. Fish.
We talked about Abe Vigoda.
Oh, I recall that now.
And it was in
Wait
the old
a minute,
studio,
wait a minute, wait a
but
minute.
I
Abe
think it
Vigoda,
was that we thought
still
still alive. I
Age
thought it was
92,
that we were
Brooklyn, New York.
saying.
Wait. What
He's
now?
alive, age 92.
I thought it was that we were saying
According
he
to
should
what?
be dead.
Google or IMDb?
I think Abe Vigoda's dead.
Hold, please.
Look up Wikipedia.
No, he's alive.
Yeah, he is alive.
Motherfucker.
I thought
Fucker.
we had done a thing when you say that. It was at the old studio, and we tried to put him on the death
I
dead.
I knew we talked about him.
Put him on the death now.
Now, like,
Well, bitch, you're the
really.
one that's got the markers in the
it.
board.
Kim Novak.
Well, y'all haven't done this
Take
segment
off
in a
Kenny
long
Rogers.
time,
No,
right?
That's right.
No, we took.
Yeah,
we,
Kenny
Death,
Rogers should
Death
die.
didn't sort of died, no pun
Sorry,
intended,
Kenny
for a
Rogers.
while.
Poor Kenny.
Sorry, Kenny
Why
Rogers.
is Betty White not on board?
Well,
We don't-
because that's Betty White. That you don't touch.
She's
that.
full of formaldeheide.
You don't
No,
touch that.
well,
I love
Betty
Betty
White.
White.
We
I
let
do
that
love
go.
her.
Now your last one. Who did you say?
Kim Novak.
I got. Oh, that's a tough one. She's probably alive.
She is
Well,
alive.
I think everybody on this list is alive. Isn't
No,
that
no,
the
no.
point?
Actually, that was the point until I went through the whole fucking thing, and then I'm like, wait a minute. So I think this is a little older, but
I love how you guys have Kenny Rogers in parentheses roaster.
Yeah.
I love that.
Parenthetically.
parenthetically,
World famous roaster.
All right. What? Okay. Not Kim Novak.
Still alive,
Still
huh?
alive. Here's the one that I
And
thought
another- she's-
totally dead.
Kim Novak, two
Alfred
Alfred Hitchcock
Hitchcock
movies. She's
There you
Vertigo
go.
and she's
That's right.
North by Northwest, maybe.
I believe you're right. Mel Brooks
Oh, alive.
he's still
Definitely
alive.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Oh, alive.
was a little bit
He just
shocked by
won a
that.
Tony 10 minutes ago.
Wait. Who is the guy with the lazy eye? Columbo. Is he still alive?
No,
Oh,
dead.
he did pass away
Very,
like
very much dead.
2 years ago, I
Yep,
think,
yep.
about that.
Columbo.
Lauren Bacall.
Alive.
Alive, totally, yeah.
Bonus points if you know her real name.
Oh, I have no fucking idea.
Laura Bacall.
Betty.
Betty Bacall?
And she never goes by her. She absolutely never goes by that name. That is a movie star name, and she doesn't
Born
like it
Betty
at all.
Wait,
Joan Persky.
Wait,
And
she
she
doesn't
does-
go by Lauren Bacall anywhere?
Anywhere. Never.
Really?
That is only a movie name,
So what-
and she never liked it. The studio picked it for
Oh.
her because she was young Betty that was in love with
Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart,
Yep.
and even when she
Betty
married
Bogart.
him, she would not marry him as Lauren Bacall. Like she would not let anyone call her Lauren during that wedding. She hates that name.
Interesting.
Wow.
Compared to Betty Jo Pickard.
You have a whole goddamn
Or whatever,
career
yeah.
with a lovely, I mean, to me, that's a lovely name.
But she never wanted to stay in. It was only to be in. You know how to whistle, don't you? Put your lips together and blow.
Right.
Like it was just for that part that they gave her that name, and she hated it, and she always has.
Wow.
And even when
Wow.
Barbara
God,
Streisand,
she was gorgeous.
when Barbara
As she
Streisand
was.
thanked her
God,
for
yes.
making The Mirror Has Two
Yeah.
Faces, she's like, I know
Yeah.
to call you Betty. She's like, your name is Betty.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that trivia.
Yeah, Lauren Bacall, and a great voice.
And a beauty.
Oh,
And
no, she was
and
stunning.
then
It's very
she
stunning.
married Jason Robards next, so she hit every drunk in Hollywood and had gorgeous kids by all of them. She has the most beautiful stable of children you've ever
Oh, a
seen.
stable of children.
A stable.
Now, I would
Top
never
dog.
She went from
guess,
drunk to drunk. One lived, one died.
I would never have guessed that this person was born in 1927, but Roger Moore when it comes to
Still alive.
as far as Bond, James Bond.
Still alive.
Yeah, he was.
Still
He
alive.
was. I want to say he was the
Yes.
oldest man to ever play Bond. But
No,
Really?
no.
Connery was
Really?
it?
no, Connery was young when he
Really?
started.
Oh,
Connery
absolutely.
Started with Bond,
gonna say
but I
Connery.
thought Roger Moore was as well. No.
No, Roger Moore was the oldest man to play Bond because
No. I thought he was younger when he was playing, but that's why I said 1927 when I saw that
So
he was born then.
he started playing Bond in 71. So he was 49 years old when he started.
Bond.
And he was the one that brought it all the
Shaken,
humor.
not
So he's
stirred.
my James Bond. Like when you,
Okay.
it depends on who's your first.
Sure.
My first James Bond is Roger, so I need mine.
I can't picture James Bond as Roger Moore at all, or Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, The
Really?
Spy Who Loved Me. Oh my God,
Sean
I've seen
Connery
the
is
movie
James Bond.
162,000 times.
And I'm younger than you. Sean
Full-
Connery is
This
So
James
who
Bond.
came first, Pierce or Sean?
Sean.
Oh,
Oh,
Sean.
Sean
was
is the
the
first.
first.
So that's
yeah.
the one that I remember.
And then
Yeah,
Roger,
yeah.
That's Sean.
And then-
Sean, Roger.
and then Roger
Pierce
Lazenby.
Brosnan was like in the 80s.
George
wasn't he?
Lazenby.
90.
so.
Wait, who was?
Pierce Brosnan? Wasn't
Pierce
he?
Brosnan was like the 90s.
Late 80s?
Yeah, he was like
Because
90.
he had to stop doing Remington Steele to do it.
Right.
Oh, I thought it was the late 80s. My bad. Okay.
Go ahead. Please continue because you're cutting into her time now.
Olivia de Havilland.
Alive.
Which
Alive,
I
we
just
just
found out.
Yeah, which we just found out. That's what I said. A couple of people. Sid Caesar.
Alive.
Dead.
I think dead. They
I-
have it 1922, but apparently
No,
he's still alive.
Still alive.
Wow.
There's only one name on here that I went, I could swear he
And
just died.
the way I know he's still alive is there was a segment that he did a thing that Jerry Seinfeld did a little
Still
short film.
alive.
He's in the short film with Carl Reiner, and they were
Carl
talking.
Reiner's another one on
and
here.
He's definitely alive.
and they
Yeah.
were talking about the skit they used to do, which was the oldest man in his.
No, that's Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner are the oldest man in the world.
Okay.
Then I sit
But
corrected.
but
And they're
Carl
on this
Reiner
list.
was a writer on my show of shows for Sid Caesar.
Sid Caesar,
That's how
okay.
he started. So you're in the right track.
Jerry
I
Lewis.
am not old enough to know this stuff.
Alive.
By the way.
Yes, you
Alive,
Jerry Lewis alive.
barely. Here's a name that I
On
haven't
our
heard
list.
forever. Dick Van Patten.
Alive.
Alive, but 1928 was when he was born.
That's
I was like,
See, you're my mother.
I can't
Mother
even
was
like fathom.
my mother was
those
born in
years.
8 is enough.
1948.
8 is
so
enough.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to live that long.
No,
8 is enough. Tippi
yeah.
Hedren
is alive.
Alive.
is
Definitely
alive
alive.
and beautiful still.
Um,
Eli Wallach
Reese
recently died, didn't
recently.
he?
Oh, I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
And it's all about his wife. Whenever they do.
1915 is when he was born.
That's crazy.
Then he's
What's
90.
his
What?
name?
98.
Whenever
I
Eli
think
Wallach.
yes.
Whenever they do, he's alive.
Eli Wallach.
Because his
I thought
wife.
he had just died.
yeah.
The famous.
Put him on the board.
He started the Actors Studio. He is
Literally put him on the board.
no, but
Eli Wallach did.
Eli Wallach started the Actors Studio in New York that you have inside the Actors Studio is a tribute to
Which
him
I love.
and his wife. They started the Actors Studio. They were communists
Interesting.
in the 50s. Let me find his spouses, Ann Jackson, who was also still alive.
Ta-da!
Formaldehyde.
Wait, they are actually they were communists.
But that's what they were accused of
Well,
because they
remember,
So was-
like still Lucille Ball.
Lucille Ball was.
But-
they-
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
the
Like
art
in the 60s,
the art
50s.
what's that called? Method acting, where you
50s.
get into the character
Yep.
and you do method acting and you
Right.
deprive yourself of sleep to play.
Yep.
Is Eli Wallach
Really?
and Ann? Let's find her name
Jackson.
again.
Jackson.
Ann Jackson. They taught Marilyn Monroe how to act. But that can't be possible.
Did she know how to act?
Since she was born in 1948. So obviously he married her later. But
Isn't that wild? Yeah.
the Actors
Carl-
Studio is formed by Eli Wallach.
Carl Reiner is on here, which
He's
alive.
alive.
Christopher
The world will
Plummer.
stop. Is
It
alive
will
because he
stop.
just won an Oscar.
Right.
But the world will
Right.
stop when
Carl
Carl
Reiner.
Reiner dies.
Oh, I agree.
The world will. That'll be Nelson Mandela. level.
Here. Well, and I'll interpret. Carol Channing. Did anyone
Alive.
not catch the I'll interpret?
She's,
thing?
she's still alive. Carol Channing.
Carol Channing is still alive.
I say
1920.
hello.
I just love her.
I just so good. You're so cute to see you again. God, I love you.
And the
I love that.
The Orpheum.
love
I love that.
Yeah.
Keep on going with that. That's fabulous.
Oh, I can do the rest of the show as Carol
He's
Channing.
good.
The
love
Orpheum
that
still
his-
has a poster down in the downstairs lobby in the lounge.
The lounge.
And they still because that's what they opened with. The refurbishment opened with the return of Hello Dolly
Okay.
with Carol Channing.
Yeah,
but
she
everyone
was
that
so
was in the
good.
show with her, she's so senile and she's so out to lunch.
Sure.
We're like Act 2, Song 3. Hello, you know what I mean? Like, but she had to be guided through the whole show.
So she's Frank Sinatra.
And now it's
That
15
just
years
makes
later.
Everything I did was on a cue card. It was so cute. They wrote it real big letters. It was so nice.
And her husband used to beat her. Remember, she tried to write a book about her husband beating her.
She didn't know I had a book. What I do? I don't remember, but gosh, it's so good to see you all. It really is good. Gosh, are we? What?
Eva Marie Saints.
What? I don't know who she sounds lovely.
God, yeah.
Hey, I love
Now-
how you're doing the teeth thing.
You are
too.
Carol,
So
Carol
good.
Channing.
Yes.
I have a Ed Asner. Is your friend Ed
oh,
still
Ed,
alive?
oh God, he's so good. He's so fun. But he's alive too. Yes, yes.
Is he?
Oh yes,
Did
he
you
is.
go out to dinner?
No, because
No.
he hangs with Mary all the time, which I don't see him.
Do you know who Honor Blackman is?
No.
No.
I don't know who you people are either. Gosh, I wish I was
Oh my
young
God,
again.
that's fucking hysterical. I have no idea
my
who that
face hurts
person
from
is, but
smiling.
she's still alive apparently.
Yes.
How about the last two? We know Zsa Zsa.
Oh, most parts of her.
Some of her.
life.
Some of her.
Yes, some of her. You guys have a death watch here. I'm not on it. That's good.
Who's Honor Blackman?
No, wait. Zsa Zsa was in
Honor
the house
Blackman
when they
was
were
in a,
when they were.
She is from
the
a
gay
James
movie,
Bond
yeah.
movie. I want to
Yes.
say she played Pussy Galore.
Well, I say so.
So no, wait.
Sounds like a lot of pussy to me.
Sounds like
So can I ask that question?
What?
So was Zsa Zsa in? Did they film Candle Behind the Opera?
Yes.
Goldfinger.
In
She's
Zsa
Goldfinger.
Zsa's house?
She was upstairs.
She was upstairs.
Immobile.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was immobile in bed, and they were filming scenes in the movie.
Yeah. And Matt Damon went upstairs and did his thing, right?
I don't want to talk about it because that's
that
Matt
can-
Damon.
That makes
And
me a little
lastly,
concerned.
Jim Neighbors.
Alive. Jim's alive.
And
Oh,
just got married.
he's in Hawaii with his man friend.
his man friend.
Yes. You know,
His
Wait,
husband.
is that what
He's
they're
with
called,
his-
man friends?
Jim-
No, he's with his husband.
you know, James and I used to do the Carol Burnett
How
show.
good I am. She was Pussy Galore.
Well
I get bonus
done.
points for
Well
knowing she was
done.
alive
Wait,
and
go
she
on.
played
It's a
Pussy
You
very
Galore.
are
bad drag
cracking me
name.
up.
All right,
Anyway,
let's have Katie have a
done.
segment.
Oh, I barely
Well,
have a thing.
Would you like Katie? Is that her? You're such an adorable little gal. What is it? You said her. Was it Totes Adorbs?
I think. Well,
Guys.
if you think so, Carol.
You
Thank
love
you.
me. Can we play Katie's music, please?
I really feel like I'm talking to Carol in sports and other stuff. Literally two things.
Stuff.
Heard two updates this week. One is on a really special blast from the past. One is on Richie Incognito. Obama selects gay athletes for the Sochi delegation. And the first woman has been appointed to Major League Lacrosse. In sports.
Dolly.
It's with a Z when you text it. With a Z.
Jolly.
Sports.
Sports and other stuff.
I usually text it on the.
And the fact that you keep smiling.
I know. He really is
I can't
Carol
look it up.
Channing.
It's
I know.
Carol, how do you say sports?
Well, this is sports.
It's just so
I
nice.
enjoy sports. I used to play. I was a bowler. Why I don't get why you're Joan Rivers and I used to hang out. Well, her first face.
Her first.
I wonder what she really looks like today.
Different.
And in other news,
Sorry.
cool, I was just, this is so small, but I was listening to
what he
NPR
said.
We
today.
don't like it small, but
Thank
go on.
you.
That's what he
I was
said.
listening to NPR and they were talking about your favorite senator and mine
Michelle Bachmann.
for
No, not a senator.
Oh, that's right.
John McCain.
sounds that
that's right,
Bill
Congresswoman.
Cosby makes when he gets out of a couch for
Saxby
2000.
Chambliss.
Saxby Chambliss.
Chambliss. I love
And I
him.
just, that is literally it. I just had to laugh hysterically when they were talking about budget deals and it was all very serious. But they were talking about, but Saxby Chambliss was talking. And I
Sounds
just,
like Bill Cosby makes when
I
he's getting out of a
literally
chair.
could not help but laugh at everything that he said because they're like, and then Saxby said, and I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing. So sounds that Bill Cosby makes when he gets gets out of a chair for $10,000 now.
Ta-da!
Saxby Chambliss.
Saxby Chambliss.
Shakespeare.
So Obama.
Carol Channing reincarnated?
You really are Carol Channing.
Still not dead. Oh my God.
But
Seriously?
maybe
But she will be soon, yeah.
We should literally put her on the watch.
Oh, don't put me on the list. I don't want to be on the list.
I don't want to live
That
long.
means you'll live forever, Carol.
Oh, gosh.
You will live forever.
All my friends are on. Valerie Harper.
Nancy Reagan.
Oh, she's not dead?
No.
Gosh.
Titless wonder. Go ahead.
She is the titless wonder.
Before the seance goes on any longer.
Yep. Obama selected a gay athlete for the Sochi delegation and I had a really hard time saying her name last week. Wait, no, different one.
Is it European?
Billie Jean King. No, I was thinking it was Martina Navratilova, which I still can't say. Billie Jean King is one of 2 openly gay athletes in the U.S. delegation in the opening and closing ceremonies. And it's really great because on the front page of Huffington Post, they have Obama sitting. They've like superimposed Obama face to face with Putin battling at it for the gay athletes. So we're excited about that. So go Obama. And what the pundits and kind of the talking heads are saying that it was a slam to Russia's anti-gay laws that were sending gay delegates. This is super just short but fun. Devin Willis is the first woman ever to be selected by a Major League Lacrosse team. So that's exciting. She played in college and now she's going to be playing professionally. So we're really excited.
Is it professional lacrosse league?
I didn't also not know that.
Did not, yeah.
Yes, that is news to me.
So we have to back up because last week I want to say that in your Martina Navratilova fuck up, Peter Weir, Johnny Weir was part of that story.
He wasn't actually.
No,
That's
okay.
a new.
You had a thing on
That's
there.
a news story.
So Johnny,
that's a recent development.
Yeah, Johnny Weir, fucktard extraordinaire.
Yeah.
And gayest human alive, quite possibly after this one.
Yeah. You mean the Carol Channing impersonator?
Exactly. When you're making a living doing that, you might be gay. So he came out saying that he thought that the anti-gay laws in Russia were just about people having sex in front of a public library.
No anal.
No anal.
Specifically.
Yeah,
anal sex in front of a public library. He's man friend.
How do you say that? Can you stop laughing and say man friend? Can you just stop laughing and say man friend, please? He's man friend. How do you do that? Do it. Come on.
Wait.
Come on. Just do it. Come on. Just say it.
That ship sailed.
Just say it. Come on.
Oh no. We will bring this back.
Yeah.
Just
We
say it.
will.
And full circle.
Just say it. Come on.
I will get it back. It's okay. Jim, we called him James, neighbors. He moved away because she was living in sin. With this.
Man friend.
I'm all choked up about it. This man friend, Lee played piano. Lee had a man boy. It was different. But he could play the hell out of a piano.
And fuck the hell out of a boy.
He was more of a receiver.
Praise Jesus.
Gee, God, you guys have a lot of fun on this show. I don't do this often.
So anyway, so that fucktard. Turns out he's working for the Russian embassy. So
really
Johnny
is.
Weir's a turd.
Oh, the bald guy's talking again. I'm sorry.
Johnny Weir, big turd. Jesus. Also, Richie Incognito suspended, and that's it in sports.
Oh, and other stuff?
And other stuff.
Gosh.
Wait, what's the Richie Incognito thing?
He's been suspended without pay.
Forever?
No, for the rest of the season. But he's coming. Their contract is still right. The contract's still going. And also, really quickly, you were absolutely right. Of the top 10 richest people in America, 3 are just straight Waltons. 1 is Walton and family.
Oh, okay.
It actually is
Are
a
they-
Walton
Are they
and her
straight
family.
Waltons? They were straight?
Straight Waltons.
Straight.
Boom. Straight
Or they
Waltons.
pretend to be.
I bet they have a trust.
Yeah. And God damn it, if I wish I wasn't part of it.
Yeah.
Really.
Well,
Exactly.
and then when you be singing, then you be hello money.
Yeah.
You be singing that.
I'll sing it.
All forever.
Come on in, money.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a really dumb question. Was she wasn't the original person to sing that song?
Yes.
Oh yes, she
That's
was.
her song.
Yes.
She sang before most people could sing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So-
she was the original, like, someone can sing.
Like
Like,
she
she's
was
old.
She was the first Dolly, and then there was Jennifer Holliday was the first Effie, and just goddamn nobody sing her song.
Yeah.
But who else did Dolly?
Barbara Streisand.
Pearl,
No, there was a guy.
Bailey.
Pearl Bailey.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong. That's what I'm thinking of.
Louis Armstrong.
Two white, two blacks.
Hello, Dolly. Yes, hello.
Damn it! If we aren't graced by a lot of celebs, yes, you are good.
Do you think Elmo can sing Hello, Dolly?
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course you can. Elmo says, hello, Dolly. Hello.
So good.
Can I go tickle you? I want to tickle you.
Elmo doesn't like hands touching.
Come on, I'm gonna tickle you.
Not white hands.
Or over 14.
He's used to black
Elmo
hands.
usually chases the help.
Thoughtful vulgarity, where we, in the studio, try to make ourselves slightly less shallow, which is not hard to do. We will ask one question of the panel and have them try to answer it while fucked up drunk. Because you know at home how well it goes when an important question comes up 90 minutes after alcohol has been served. Politics, religion, why not? You're fucked up. What could possibly go wrong? Who could you offend? You've been warned. Good luck.
Exactly. We've all sat next to the chair. All right.
Is there a chair?
Where's Carol at?
Oh,
All right.
Carol is always around.
Oh, thank God.
So pretty.
So
She is
Love,
pretty.
love her teeth.
She is pretty.
all right. So my question is kind of Christmas-ish without involving the white people.
It's gonna be emotional.
No,
Are we going to the ghetto?
I
It's
really,
emo.
Oh.
I really hope it doesn't get emotional, but if it could, and we have 33 minutes. So
Oh, we actually need an update from you too, by the way.
Oh, nothing. I'm lazy.
Nothing? Okay, oh Jesus.
I'm lazy.
Typical me. I did my Christmas cards instead of filling out those forms, but
You
they're
said,
next.
Goodbye,
okay.
Dolly.
Goodbye, Dolly. Goodbye, mommy.
See you later, mommy.
Oh my God.
It's nice that you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you go and swell. All right, go.
All right, so Marnie, you're off the hook. You get it because I don't have an answer for this one either because I just thought of it. So all these Christmas words that come up like peace and joy and white people.
Thank you.
Yes.
So what would be the last time you had an actual sense of wonder, like something like, you know, Star of Wonder, Star of Bright? Like when was the last time something was like actually
It
like
goes to you first, Donnie.
literally wonderful? Like really, literally filled you with wonder. You're first.
No, okay.
Oh yeah, you're first.
No, I can't be
Oh,
first.
come
Oh,
on,
you gotta
girl.
be first.
Really?
Because even I don't have an answer to this one.
You pulled the bitch chair, Carl.
Shit.
Bitch
I get
chair.
that.
Star of
Shit.
Wonder. Oh, now I just want to say
Star of
one.
night,
Bright.
Star of ancient
oh,
beauty, bright.
Westward
Concealing, I don't know. I'm making shit up as I go
from
along.
there.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I liked it.
I don't even know what song it is.
I don't know what the hell are you
It's a
people are
Christmas
doing.
song. Can you please explain the question one more time?
Just tell me the last time you felt actual wonder, like you saw something. Because what really pisses me off in the world is people that don't know what the right word of the used word fantastic is. So now I'm gonna like get on people that use wonder wrong.
Shit. I probably use it wrong.
Oh no, we said shit at the same time. You're just louder than mine.
So I need your last sense of wonder, and you go back to childhood, like people. I'm sure people in their whatever age you are wonder.
Okay, I have it.
Okay.
You want to know what
Yeah,
it is?
I do.
Okay. all
That's why I asked.
The last sense of wonder. All right. So I wasn't sure about leaving Okinawa. All right. So this is recent. And I had a really, really bad day. I was going through relationship problems, the whole thing. And
With all of Japan or a specific person?
Arigato.
both. Domo.
Was sticks involved?
Domo.
Domo arigato ne.
See,
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you speak Japanese.
A couple years there.
Japanese, if you please.
Skoshi
On
ne.
your knees.
Oh, not on my knees, no.
Oh.
Please, please, not on my knees,
There's
please.
only one bar. You can't do that right away.
No, I think I was going through a really, really rough time, and there's a lot more to this story, but I woke up in the morning after having a really, really bad day, and I walked out my door, and I lived on the ocean, you know.
Wow, short walk.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I went outside, and there was a double rainbow.
Oh,
okay.
Double rainbow. And you guys remember the double rainbow? You remember that? Mm-hmm. No, but I think that
From
was
Skittles porn. Yes, I do.
Yeah. No, I think that was like for me, that was a turning point. It was God telling me, and I don't know if what y'all's beliefs are, but
Then you clearly don't listen to this show.
We've gone over it.
I do. What are you talking about? Yes, I do.
You can keep talking. I believe in God.
No, I do listen from time to
I know,
time
I
when
know.
I'm not traveling.
And
That was one of our.
and other people do, but they
thoughtful
won't admit it
vulgarities.
readily.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But no, the double rainbow, and I thought, well, you know what? It doesn't matter what happens today or tomorrow or the next day. Everything's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
that.
it doesn't matter if I believe in God or I don't believe in God, but it was one of those. This was too serious of a question.
No,
That's
it's thoughtful vulgarity.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
You're
that's
supposed to be fucked up drunk and be faced with an
I know.
unexpected
I've had
question.
too many glasses of wine already.
Yeah, but that's the point.
But it was a
whole point.
double rainbow, and it was an amazing. It was like an it was like wow,
Awe-inspiring
And I was like,
experience.
okay, all right, so everything's gonna be fine. And that was
like
that was probably around 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm here, sitting in the studio with you wonderful people, including Carol.
Carol.
It's so good to see
We
you.
just met
Carol,
her.
you must be wearing some fabulous makeup because I can't see one wrinkle.
Oh.
Are you blind?
From where you're
By the way, Helen Keller's in studio tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
It's good to not be seen by you, apparently.
Even with the lights, I
My
mean, praise
God.
Jesus.
In a minute, I'm going to shut them all off.
Yeah. So you're white, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know.
With blue eyes.
No one is sure.
So there's
Ask the puppeteer.
or the person that applied the foundation.
it was spackle, not foundation. Anyways, there's my. Not you. No, I.
Oh.
Ooh. I was saying Carol.
That's where the
not-
vulgarity part comes in.
Oh my gosh, I'm so Clayton. Don't hurt me.
Oh, he could.
I love
Oh,
you.
we have champagne.
Oh, what?
That was the last time I felt wonder.
Whoop,
All right, Marnie Ryer.
Oh, whoa.
That's not your last name, is it?
Happy almost New Year. You got the whole thing right again.
God damn it! I think
By
I
the
learned
way,
her
I
last
think
name.
that's almost 2 weeks in a row.
I
Oh
think
my
so too.
gosh, you got champagne flutes. I'm excited again.
I know.
I said hello,
I know
bubbly.
my answer to this question is so fucking easy.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, so we're
Winx
going this way.
2004.
I will not accept it. I will not expect it. I will not accept
This
this.
is
Chili
Marnie's-
cook-up.
We cannot leave our listeners with
you're
a.
so
You can't leave our
cute.
listeners.
No, that's
Hold
the
on.
good shit.
No.
No.
You can't leave the
Barefoot?
listeners with a cliffhanger.
No, look at. By the way,
I mean, Corbell and Barefoot are really on.
is probably should be like $1.99, but just in case,
Oh, yeah.
I have this.
That's Marnie's bubbly
This
stuff.
is Moscato.
Because
Come
we've
on.
already decided this stuff was drinkable.
Yeah, remember
Did we?
you thought it was.
We plowed through a couple bottles
Anyway.
of
I
it.
got the Corbell, which was not that much more.
By the way,
expensive.
I'm joking about the Bigfoot stuff. Thank you very much for getting that, which is
Oh my
very
God, yes,
very cute of you.
course.
That's why I said I'll bring the stuff that Al will gag over.
Oh yeah, because
So, here's my deal,
Yep.
and I'm gonna use part of this because I know my answer is very easy.
Oh, we have a long time.
Just to let you know, this
Listeners at
is
home.
really stupid, but Merry Christmas. And then
She sets an apple in front of me for those of you that cannot.
If you want to like make a bong out of it, I can help.
well, only
Ever since Katie saw that apple, that's all she's talking about. Is
I
the
don't know
ball.
why,
Okay,
too,
I'm
because
not
I like
kidding, Donnie.
I haven't
I
smoked out
took
of an
out-
apple since high school, but I'm
you
ready
went
now.
to the bathroom, and I took the apple out, and Katie goes, "Are we gonna smoke out of that? Are we?
I don't know
What
why.
the
Apparently,
fuck?
I'm just like ready to get high.
You
Little
can get high off
Jonesy.
of an apple.
No,
could-
you smoke.
No.
You carve the hole and
You make a bong.
A bong of
Oh.
it.
You make like an
So
apple
it's
bong.
apple.
Not a
and-
bong, it's a pipe.
apple infused.
Thank you. It's an apple pipe.
Right, because
Mary
a bong
Jane.
involves water.
Clayton's getting
Look
it
how
right.
empty your glass is.
Apple
I know.
infused Mary Jane.
Okay, so I come back from the bathroom and there's an apple sitting.
And
in
we're
the
gonna
bong.
all smoke
Merry
weed.
Christmas.
Oh, that's my Christmas. I got a Christmas present. I got an apple.
You got a Christmas
you a-
apple.
Do you
I'll
want-
get you
do you
something
want it
better
sweet
later.
or not sweet?
I don't.
Which one?
Surprise me.
No, you have to
Me too.
answer. If you want good stuff, don't drink his good stuff if you don't like it.
This isn't good, but it's not sweet.
But it's not that. It's not that. It's not Sutter home.
Mine's more fun.
I'll try the more fun stuff.
oh, all right.
I love Donnie. All right.
Well,
So
What the hell is going
Katie-
on?
Katie-
I'm gonna
June?
get more to drink.
All right.
She's
You're
really
in
good.
charge.
Here, I'll do
really?
that.
You're
I'll do
Oh,
Here, I'll
all
try.
right.
I'll
He's
try.
in charge. He's in
okay, good. 'Cause I don't know how to handle bottles.
All right, Mr. McKee.
No,
Katie.
Just
what was
relax.
yours? What was yours?
What was my what?
What was your
I'm
sense of
almost
wonder?
done. Mr. McKee, you can't keep this, but you can have anything that you want.
Oh, for the blender!
Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
There's this and this.
So, ladies and
Why
gentlemen,
are we all getting
Merry
super
Christmas.
drunk in the last 20 minutes?
It's
'Cause thoughtful
eggnog and what
vulgarity.
was that liquor?
brandy?
Brandy.
Brandy.
I just want to point out something.
Yes,
You weren't able to be with us last year.
that's true.
That is true. And Diane was,
Oh yeah.
which we loved. That
Mama
was
Di-
lovely.
Mama Di.
Mama Di. And she got something that you did not get. So I thought it only appropriate that you get this. Also, I thought it
So
only
excited.
appropriate that it be light because of dietary needs.
Sure. Well, as they are.
So there's your flask.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop yourself.
Everyone got a flask last year.
It's plaid.
There is
The flask is plaid.
She's lesbian.
there is
Oh, those
totally.
lesbians.
And there is a light
Totes
raspberry pomegranate
I
sorbet vodka.
am literally
what to-
obsessed with you right now.
I know.
Lit
Thanks.
obsessed.
Thanks.
Lit,
I'm not-
Lit's obsessed.
Lit's
I have it-
obsessed.
Oh my goats.
Ow.
How do you say? Oh my goats. Oh, they're kissing now. If, for
Oh,
those of
they're
you that
kissing,
that
they're
cannot
kissing.
see,
I saw tongue.
they
I saw
kiss.
tongue.
We just
There
made
are
straight
cameras.
made out.
Rawr!
Yeah.
That
Mr.
was
Perkins?
so not gay turn on, but it was okay.
For you.
Go on.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Oh, there went my laptop.
No.
Well, at least it died by the hand of champagne.
Oh, God, I thought it was eggnog. All right, now, Mr. Perkins,
Champagne will never hurt
for
you.
when you get dressed up and or when you are at the restaurant
Oh, good. Yes.
and or just during 1 week of the year
Yep.
that makes you happy. Oh.
If it makes you happy. Does that work?
I heard a song like that once.
I heard a song just
We
stop,
have
which
socks.
tells me that
Oh, shark socks.
what?
I got shark socks.
They're blue with sharks on them.
Shark Week.
So you can wear them.
I will
1
wear
week
shark socks.
Shark Week.
often.
God, Martin, you are good.
Just paying attention.
It's back.
I like it.
What's
Don't touch
back?
anything
What was
else.
missing?
You need a
Don't
blow
touch anything
dryer.
else.
I have a
Rice. Isn't it rice?
Blow dryer.
I have
Oh,
I have an
he's
air-
got some. He's from Japan.
What? A blow dryer?
Arigato. I don't know. Rice.
Rice.
Oh, rice. I'm sorry, blow dryer. What?
Here's my answer. Very, very simply. At this time of year, the sense of
Yeah. No, we had a champagne spill like literally in the keyboard, all over the keyboard. So
I
it was
was
like
really
a
toad spot.
yeah, it was
We're
a pretty
saving- we're
serious
saving
spill.
lives.
Yeah.
I get that. I just wasn't sure if there was a fire, and I needed to get my ass out of here. So, fuck all you.
Does it affect
I
me,
had
and
to
do I have
go.
to leave?
Right.
I don't give a shit about Clayton and his well-being.
Mine is
Want some
very,
white?
very easy. I'm still over here.
Wait.
Now that
Oh.
I'm done giving presents.
I'm listening.
Do you want some white?
I got an
No,
apple.
thank you.
Thanks,
got-
Donnie.
ding, ding.
By the way, I'm so sorry it's a Snapple.
You
but
didn't know
I
that
just
was
have
coming.
I have to let you know that they're delicious.
Are they?
No, swear to God, I don't give away my apples. Ask my girlfriend. I swear to Jesus.
Oh
I
yeah,
love those
and
things.
no orgasms either.
Well, is Jesus white?
Oh, for God's
Jesus is black.
Thank God.
Anyway, easy answer, especially this time of year. First of all, go outside tonight. All you have to do is look at the moon, and that's a sense of wonder.
Oh.
I know the moon is like a full,
Incredibly
Full,
bright.
it's brilliant. It's amazing, and that for me is the kind of thing that I walk outside, whether it be the moon, the stars, certain smells, but being outside and that's my sense of wonder.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm going to say always, but especially this time of year.
yeah.
And the crispness in the air,
Yeah.
and then if you kind of look around and the lights that people put out for not Clayton but other people for
But
the
others,
holidays
or me, because there's nothing.
No, and I get that, and I understand why people don't, but it's so wonderful to be able to. We have like a homicide cleanup crew going on.
Oh, you realize that you're touching hot electrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Hey, by the way, do you have a good insurance policy?
I don't actually.
Oh, am I? Well, name me.
Is it
Go ahead and write that down
Benefactress.
real fast. Yep, we're typing. Just sign verbally. Anyway, but that's
Marnie, you're in.
thanks. Woo! Clayton.
Sir or ma'am?
No, so
So that's my deal.
Katie McDaniel. What's your name? I just made you.
We did an
It's
homage
really close.
to what was she last week? That was fun. We'll have to come up with
Oh
that
yeah, I
again.
couldn't get your name right last week either.
No.
Just Totes Boney.
Totes Boney. So last sense of wonder. We got the sappy answer from.
Not this funny.
I will give you my last sense of wonder, although I feel like it should, like, my last sense of wonder should be birthing a child. Because that's pretty wonderful.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
was.
and happy Wondermas.
Oh, wait a minute.
Happy
Wait a minute.
Wonder.
Wait a minute. This is supposed to be a happy autumnal season finale.
Happy
And
season finale.
Happy New Year.
I'm so happy to be here tonight. And
Donna, and
I'm
happy
already in love with you.
Okinawa.
I can't say thank you
Arigato.
enough.
Arigato.
Yeah, and when you guys use Okinawa as the drinking word, I thought that was hilarious.
By the way,
Okinawa.
You're like, Okinawa! I was like, oh my god. I
You
hope
better
that-
enjoy it.
It
Did
was
it for
all-
you, fucker.
It was
Thank you, you little fucker, you little Carol Channing,
sons of
you.
bitch.
Oh God, I spilled it all over my thing.
Are you doing okay? Or you're stressing out?
I don't know
All
yet.
right, so
All right.
so it's not the baby, so it's the real answer.
Okay, and actually, I know this is like so ridiculous, but when you asked the question, I had to kind of like go through that, the memory banks, and you're going through like your different
Nantucket.
No, definitely not Nantucket. Definitely not that.
All right.
Nantucket?
That's part of the itch thing he was talking about earlier.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
it landed me in the hospital with a
Scabies.
new cream and
Yeah, you get an itch every now and once.
yeah.
Jesus.
But
Jody, go ahead.
I ski. I'm a skier. I'm an
Oh.
avid skier, and I'm quite good, if I do say so myself. So
I'm beans on the bunny hill, man.
I'm never anywhere where it's just me. Because I ski in some really great places, and I like to travel to ski. And but last year I went with my mom on a trip to Sunrise, which is the Arizona resort in the White Mountains near New Mexico.
Was there
and
snow there?
There was,
Oh,
and it
nice.
was it's not a very big mountain.
No, it is
It's
not.
not a very populated mountain, but we happened to go up a weekend in January. It was for a women's retreat, and it was cool. It was a women's ski weekend. It was very, very fun. The first day that we skied, we went up a day early, and I was on the lift, and it's by no means is an impressive resort.
right,
I've
yeah.
skied some really impressive places, and this is not one of them. But it happens to be in the state, and it's close, and it's cheap. So, anyway,
Sounds like an ex-girlfriend.
oh,
sorry.
It's in the state. It's in the state, and
A
it's cheap.
sense of wonder.
Yeah.
I thought it
in the
was
state, no, it's cheap.
Now, last week she said wide ferry and looked at him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking
exactly
about,
the line
mine. Yeah.
ferry.
Cheap in the state, cheap, easy to get to, girl.
Please.
So anyway, I'm
Wow.
riding on the ski lift, and I'm on one of the far lifts, and I was literally by myself. I mean, there were literally not one other person there, and that was for me. As I'm thinking back through my memories, that was very wonderful. Like, it was just a sense of awe to be in, and it was like quiet, and the sun was sort of out, but not totally. It was like an eerie sky almost, but in a good way. It was like the coolest experience, and I just felt so incredibly small and just really like it was just me and this mountain, and nothing else in the whole wide world. It was really neat.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so that's my
love it.
that's my moment.
I like
I
it.
love it.
Clayton McKee.
Go on.
Do I have your name right?
Well, I
Go on,
think
Big
that
Daddy.
it was when he was a little. Anyway, go on.
Girl.
I don't have. I really don't have much for you because you asked the question earlier, and I was like, I don't really know when.
It could be a boy's ass. Like, there's got to be something.
It has
that
to be
was
something
like,
on the
"That's
farm that-
Jason
wonderful."
Medina.
Yeah, I know. Who is this Jason Medina?
Jason Medina's
It's a long
smile.
story.
Google
He's
him.
so cute. He's
Well,
so pretty.
yeah.
Donna Summer's voice has filled me with wonder at times.
No,
like,
but okay, if we're gonna go to that, but yeah, things. I mean, I'm trying to think of what I would really be like in amazement of, or
You never saw anything down.
There's gotta be
being on the
something.
farm. You
I'm
never
sure
saw
there
anything
is. I just
working.
can't think of it right now
No,
because
dig deep, dig deep. Come on.
dig deep.
Work it out.
Come on.
Work it out.
Come on,
Ta-da,
it's
ta-da.
there. Come on, Clayton. It's there. Come on, Daddy.
Tug a little harder. Tug a little harder.
Come on, Daddy.
Come on, Daddy. It's in there. It's in there, Daddy.
Oh my God, that's my new favorite ever.
I like where this is going.
I actually do too. Is that weird? Yeah. I do too.
You already said
Can
that.
I get popcorn?
Katie June,
I'm really sorry. I just
about the fact that you want the penis on penis.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And then
listen, Kelly and I watched
Daddy?
some gay porn. We watched some gay porn.
Hey, girl,
I've seen it. I enjoy it.
Hey, the kids are all right.
Yeah,
listen, you know,
I know, right? Like, and the movie goes crazy.
We do. We watch
So
it.
no, well, Clayton hasn't. No, stop.
No, tell us.
No, I got
Oh, he's got it.
We have music
finally
back.
have it back. It's good. This
I don't know. I don't know that I've killed this laptop yet. That's what my bigger concern was at the
I'm
moment.
so sorry.
Because there's a lot wrapped up in this little laptop.
Sense of wonder.
Go on, Daddy. Go on, Daddy. Yeah, Daddy.
Big money, big money,
Big money, no whammies.
no whammies.
Throw it.
Yeah, you guys were just so in sync just
I'm
then.
enjoying that tremendously. This guy.
I can't.
Just do it. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
good.
Sorry, Carol. Go on.
Sometimes
Hey,
it's a
by the way,
person's
Clayton-
face. Sometimes
Clayton,
it's...
there's an easy answer.
There's
May
a
I
chili
adjust?
cheese
Wait,
cook-off.
There's a chili cook-off. Winks, 2004.
2004.
Just go with it. He didn't accept it from me.
No, well, and he shouldn't. That's when Wings closed.
That
There really was no chili cook-off in 2004.
2003.
And that's what she's always said.
Actually, 94 probably.
But you've never resorted to
No,
that cheapness.
2003 is the one that was the
Wait,
best one
this year's
ever.
going to be the last one, right?
Next August will be
Just
the
next
last one, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm excited. I can't wait.
10
It
years.
could be
we're
your
done.
first time entering a gay bar. That's a sense of wonder, seeing men
Oh my
kissing.
God, the first time I entered a lesbian bar, I had a panic attack.
No, this isn't necessarily wonder, but we can get there from
I had
here.
a panic attack. I was like,
Oddly,
Get there
as
from
as
here.
much affiliated as I am with Charlie's now, I remember when in '93 when I first walked into Charlie's when it was in its original incarnation, I freaked out and I didn't go back for 2 years because I was raised.
Wait, you didn't go back to Charlie's for 2 years?
Right.
Wonder.
It's your home away from home.
Ta-da!
Right. No, so now that's why the story is kind of odd because raised back home with my grandparents owning a country nightclub, I was raised in that setting. So it was.
You were raised in a radio, in a Walmart, in a country western bar. There are so many places.
It was Joplin, Missouri.
This fucking manger's
By the
got
way-
Times were
a lot
hard.
of
By the
stations
way,
of the
It was the
cross.
best of
moved
times.
along.
It was the worst of times.
Sticks. Arigato.
Thank you.
Arigato.
She said arigato.
Yeah.
So
says that a lot.
So being around that environment, seeing the Western, the cowboy hats and all that attire and all that stuff together, I was used to that in that setting, and I never thought in my new life when it was my life when I was an adult and able to make decisions and do things like that. I never anticipated that scene being
All men.
around my world, and then it was all men. I walk in and it's men in cowboy
Oh, I accept
gear,
this answer because I could see that.
dressing up, and I freaked.
All men?
Right, all men, and in the same getup, but it just didn't set with me. I could not make it work in my head.
I gotcha.
So I kind of freaked out, and I just didn't go back to Charlie's for a while because it just wasn't my deal.
I totally get it.
So that was not wonder. That was I don't know. Well, it was wonder
That's
because
wonder.
what the fuck is that?
Very
wondering.
wonderful.
I remember my
Thank
first
you.
time at Charlie's, watching
Similar?
men dance with other men.
Yeah,
And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have HIV.
That's what comes from slow
that's
dancing.
where you went.
Maybe
just,
that was a stretch.
Thank you.
No, I-
Thank
was
you,
that
Dallas
was that
Buyers
a
Club.
special line dance?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What.
No, I swear
It
to
was
God.
the Dallas
I mean,
Buyers Club special.
Hey, I'll throw it out
But
there.
he went ABC right
No,
in a row.
I'll throw it out there. I mean, the
HIV.
first time I ever had a blowjob, I thought I had HIV.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Well,
we're
yeah.
And no,
That's
isn't that
thoughtful, that's
No.
thoughtful vulgarity.
It is.
isn't that true? I mean, I was raised Southern Baptist.
Oh,
yeah.
hello.
You couldn't breathe the same air as somebody who might have been sick.
Yeah, and,
Right, that's what
and
you were
you
talking-
and you automatically thought. And I remember going to Charlie's, and I left Charlie's.
Was
and
your blowjob in the bathroom at Charlie's?
No, it was in a cab.
Damn it.
Oh, after you left Charlie's?
So in a way, she
After?
paid
Yeah,
for
it
it.
was. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Pay it forward.
And
Or pay your cab bill.
And
I'm
he
not
gave
sure.
me his phone number.
course
And
he
I
did.
remember
else did he
driving
give you?
home and ripping the phone number up.
Oh, because you thought for sure you were going to
And I
be
thought,
sick.
no,
and
yeah, I
You
know. Isn't
should've-
that
you
Should have
horrible?
kept
Well,
the number so
And
you
I was
could've informed
6.
them.
No, 16. I was 18. I was 18 at the time.
You should have looked at it because it would have been funny if it would have been 8675309.
like 8675309.
That was
Because I have to write it.
nine.
I know, right? So,
Okay,
anyways,
I
And Al?
Well, I'm going to give you a couple because we've hit on so many topics. But the first time I really think I ever got the word was driving around the gay bar the first time I went in and walking in. And to me, and I wrote a short story about it years and years ago, but to me it was about like landing a spaceship somewhere else. Like it was so alien to me to be going in, and I was 15 years old, to be going into something that was so taboo and so out of the norm, and I was going to explain this to everyone, and then you just go in there just listen to the same music that I'm listening to at home, except for they threw on Madonna, and I'm like, who's that black chick?
You've talked about this before on the show.
Yeah, and just that sense of like
people pay attention to you.
No,
Yes,
but
I do.
everybody, like,
I remember.
everybody listens to the music that I listen to, and everybody wants to dance the same song as I dance to.
So you didn't feel alone anymore.
Yeah, it was very strange. But and then years later, and I wrote about something because I watched Saturday Night Live, and then I turned it off, and I was sitting at my parents' house in the 90s, and I don't remember when. You have to find out when William Shatner was hosting.
Oh.
And I was not. It was the first time as an adult I sat in my parents' living room by myself. And the Christmas lights were blinking and everything was covered with snow, but it was a clear sky. So you know how cold it is. If you're from somewhere that's cold, a clear sky.
Icy.
Ice
It means
blue.
bad.
We call it ice blue
Yeah,
sky.
that
And you
means
know that
colder.
It's colder than every fucking thing in the world. But to
It's
see
too cold to
the
snow.
clear sky, too cold to snow.
Too cold to snow.
You see the stars, and I was looking through my parents' window, and I could see stars in the sky and the snow on the ground and the colored lights. Unintentional racism. Were like twinkling. They were twinkling in the window and like reflecting off the snow and making that glow. And I was like, this is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And then the last one, we'll just whip you up. I was in Maui. And I travel everywhere by myself. I always go places by myself, and I don't think anything of it.
I love traveling alone.
And
I do too.
one absolutely hot day, very still day in Maui, which everyone told me was very rare, and it was a very still night. And we got the
starry night
river as the moon comes, and it makes the wider than a mile, and it makes the big patch of light across the ocean.
Yeah.
And you get the big patch of the moonlight across the ocean. And the ocean was still. There was no wind. So everything went this deep magenta. And it was one of the few times in my life I've ever been sad that I was alone because I could never describe that color to another person. And I just sat there on the beach in my chair like, this is the most beautiful color I've ever seen. No camera, nothing will ever capture the color of this
But
ocean.
even if someone had been next to you.
It wouldn't have mattered because I will never...
You would have said, but you would have seen...
something different than they did, and
right.
it was the most beautiful color, and it will always be the most beautiful color. Like when I die, that will be when someone says, "What's your
Moon
favorite
River
color?"
is from?
No, but Moon River is literally
Like
when you're-
that kind of an image.
when you're watching a body of water and the moon is in the air, and you see that beam of light that comes down, but. The moon is not a source of light to Christians in the audience.
Right.
It's a
It's a
reflection of the sun.
reflector.
Shit. I had one more.
Christians in the
Oh yeah, we have
audience.
time. But,
No, we don't.
So that's what it is. It's that swath. It's the swath of moonlight across a river or a body of water. That's what a moon river is.
Go quickly.
Really quickly, along with the water theme, when I lived in Nantucket, we used to go to swim at Steps Beach at night. And in September, there's this thing called the phosphorescence that come in, and it's they come in through the tide in the beach. And we used to. I just will remember one night when a bunch of our friends, totally non-sexual, stripped down to nothing, ran out into the phosphorescence, and you wave your finger through the water, and it's like rippling neon colors through the water. It's the most incredible thing you'll ever see, and we swam in it for hours, and
I love
that was
it.
very
And a picture of my Facebook page
awesome.
swimming with the dolphins on every side.
We have lots of
The
Wonder
red light,
Men.
the red light, the
Wonder is
red
a
light.
wonderful
Oh, this
thing.
is so sad.
We're the end of hour 3, our final show of
And are you-
2013.
I'm so sad.
Oh my
Thank you for
gosh.
joining us. We'll be back January 7th with our all-new show and the all-new year. We're with Katie, Marnie, Donnie, Al. I'm Clayton McKee. Thank you for being with us. Tonight, we're going to leave you with a variation of what we do every single night.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will
See you next year.
You've been listening to The Show on Q Talk America.